Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place. We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations! You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be opened on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at UltimateAutographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Sunday morning. Not your typical Sunday morning on the Mayan calendar, but on the Ultimate Autographs Day calendar.
Well, the Mayan calendar doesn't exist. It expired 13 years ago.
Did it?
14 years ago.
Okay, well, that's that makes sense why I'm always late to everything then. So
the great apocalypse.
Yeah,
the Mayan.
The 12. Oh, that was on 12/12/12. That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's I forgot. Seth Rogen told me about that. So, well, I gotta talk to Seth about updating my calendar. I gotta
Days End.
I gotta talk. Days End. Well, I would love to have some prime time in the room. I don't know who you are out there, but
Bean, what up? Sorry,
but you're about to get some great breaks. What's up, Bean? What's going on, Bean? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here on a very sunshiny, happy, and bright Mother's Day here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Rob Hill in the host chair, Steven Ryan to my left on the ones and twos. We're going to kick some serious butt, open a large amount of boxes, and have a spectacular time. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button if you are able to do so. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please get notified for all 32, yes, that is a 3 in front of a 2, shows that we have during the week. This is not your ordinary break room. This is structured just like, honestly, any type of cable or live TV programming that has scheduled show slots. We have shows such as the one you're watching right now at 9 a.m., noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, typically for those 7 shows during the week. But a couple that we have sprinkled in there, some of our specialty shows. For example, last night, some of you, hey, I'm big on all-nighters. I'm a night owl, I get it. If some of you stayed up with Tim and Hayden last night at the 10:30 After Dark show, we have that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then Robbie Lopez and Frankie Oliveri, they rock and roll the UA After Dark show at midnight every single Friday. So with that being said, want to get this out of the way first. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. We have a Mother's Day exclusive Weekend Warrior Series 11 headliners and 22 boxes to get through today, ladies and degenerates, amongst a lot of other series. For example, you might see these 2 beautiful helmets a lot up on the table, guys. That is a Patrick Mahomes custom speed flex that is going along with that lottery series. Just 3 entries remain, 7 total boxes, 4 headliners, 3 hidden gems that are going to lead to entries for Patrick Mahomes. Once we clear that series out, Patrick Mahomes is out of here. He's going to go to one of you special folks tuning in today. And right next to my guy, Steven, a custom Mother's Day themed Tom Brady. Tom, he's got 7 rings on his hand from Super Bowls. I'm sure that a lot of his career winnings and career accomplishments he attributed to his mother. you can have a custom Tom Brady special speed flex for yours today. A lot of headway to make there, by the way. I'm going to go into some of the specifics about what goes along with some of the items that you can win with that series, because that's a little bit different than the lottery. But Steven, with all that being said, man, happy Mother's Day to you and your family. How are you doing today, man?
Fantastic. Ready to get after it today. Walked in, saw these two beautiful lids, and I'm like, oh, damn, what do we got here? Not only is it a Tampa Bay Buccaneer ripped speed flex, it is a Tom Brady autograph with the pink marker.
Yeah.
That is a nice touch.
There you go.
That is a nice touch. And honestly, that's the only time I've ever seen that. So I can't imagine too many more of those are running around.
You know, honestly, at first when I did see that, I thought it was a breast cancer awareness type of theme. But I'm like, no, of course, stupid. This is a Mother's Day weekend coming up. So that makes a hell of a lot more sense. But yeah, it's a beautiful touch. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, for those that are unaware, the two most sought-out prized possessions, the two most expensive autographs for NFL players, current or in the past in the market today. So let's get ourselves rocking and rolling. For those that are unfamiliar, we got our dice roll and our chase wheel spin to get us going here at UA this morning. Now, we're going to start off with our dice roll. The guys of the After Dark last night ended up rolling a spooky After Dark numero 8. So, Steven, what are we feeling today? You know what? It's got to be a number between 6 and 12. Let me ask you this. What's the amount of runs that your ball club is going to score on this Mother's Day Sunday?
What if it's less than 6?
Multiply it by 2.
Okay. 10.
Reach into that crystal ball.
10.
10. Okay, 10 sounds good to me.
In between 5 to 10.
Yeah, we got, okay, so 10 sounds good. We got Logan Gilbert on the bump today. But
actually, you know what? I'm sorry. We're facing Jacob DeGrom, so maybe 6.
Wow, okay, so maybe, I'm gonna rock 6 with you, because I think Logan Gilbert's one of the best in the American League. So we got 2 tough AL pitchers going against our teams today. But hey, there you go. There's your 10. There's your 10.
I hope we score 10. We will need it.
I was going to say, well, it might be the luck of the dice roll to get you there. And if the Cubs end up scoring 10 runs against Jacob DeGrom, I think maybe on one hand you can count how many times that's ever happened in a game that Jacob.
If not, we'll give up 10 runs because it's Jameson Taillon.
So now that we got that all figured out, we got our chase wheel spin as well. Now the chase wheel spin is something that typically you see a lot of hosts do, where of course we have every single series available that's on the webpage. We spin it around, whatever it lands on, we're going to let fate decide. For me, I don't like to let fate take control of my life IRL, and I'm not going to let it take control of your guys' life in the break room either. Chase wheel spin is now updated, Steve, and we're going to do 2 separate chase wheel spins for you guys today. Of course, want to be able to spoil you folks. You're taking time out of your Mother's Day Sunday to spend it here with Steven and I. So we're going to reward you with that Mother's Day Weekend Warrior Chase Wheel Spin and that lottery. Of course, that coincides with the two prizes. Get those bad boys out of the room and get ourselves rocking and rolling. So no pre-fills on your side over there?
Not to start, no.
Nothing to get started. Bean, though, wants to get us started with that multi-sport. Done, Bean. Could not agree with you more. There are 4 spots left to go in that multi-sport single. I will get to that after this marquee series here. This is going to be the grand poobah, if you will, of series that I'm going to be focused on today. God, I love saying that. 22 boxes and 11 headliners. It is currently untouched in the single. 8 spots to go in the... Honestly, nobody has actually bought into the single. It's been nothing but doubles for this Weekend Warrior so far. We've done 8 total boxes. This is a 30-box series. And again, we are loaded with a lot of great headliners across the board. We're going to start mixing and matching, and you folks are going to notice some double-ups and even some triple and potential quad-ups that are out there with these 11 headliners. And again, hey, who knows what lurks in those great hidden gems. Let's start from the top. The top of the AFC North with T.J. Watt, one of the best defensive players of the modern era, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year, and a guy that passed up his big bro. So when they're having a Mother's Day brunch today in the Watt family, Derek and TJ, they always stand out. Unfortunately, Derek seems to be the third leg of the family. I'm sure Derek's a great guy, but never had the pro football success that his older brothers had. But for TJ, I should say the youngest of the 3.
That's what he gets for trying to be different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure he's gonna go off to have a great financial advisor career.
Wait, is Derek the oldest?
I think Derek is the second oldest behind JJ. I know TJ is the youngest. I think Derek's the middle child, which makes sense actually.
Do you think maybe he like in training camp when they're like pee-wee football or whatever, they're like, Derek, so you got your brother JJ. We tried you at D-line.
Yeah.
But your brother TJ is really
really
good.
Really good too.
How about fullback?
And we also have 2 5-star recruits that are slotted in the middle. So you know how football works. So there's this great new position called left bench.
Left bench. We like your morale. You're a great guy.
We saw you handing out towels at the end of the practice yesterday. And
Quality work.
Yeah, I was going to say, you did it at lightning quick speed, my friend. All respect, sorry to Derek Watt for tuning in.
No, he was a good fullback. Unfortunately, fullback is... There's not many of them out there.
I'm not going to enter the conversations that Derek Watt was any type of like Nepo baby in terms of his brothers. Because trust me, he's not of the, let's just say he's not an Antetokounmpo brother. I'm just going to put it that way. Derek Watt can seriously ball. So there's no doubt about that. But focusing on his brother TJ, the AFC North D-line is very, very crazy, especially with the Cincinnati Bengals making a star-studded move, trading for and extending Dexter Lawrence a few weeks ago, replacing Trey Hendrickson on that defensive line. So AFC North, I mean, last year we kind of all anticipated it like it every year. There's that moniker with the AFC North where it's like, old school ground and pound type of football, a lot of low scoring, dirty, nasty games. But it was honestly very disappointing top to bottom. We kind of expected the Bengals and Ravens to run away with the division. And of course, a 40-year-old dark-caved Aaron Rodgers ended up leading the Steelers to a division title last season with just 10 victories. So we'll see what the AFC North has in store this upcoming season. But I'll tell you all this right now. In this series, it is absolutely loaded with headliners. Dexter Lawrence and Jonathan Allen for the Bengals D-line. Damn right. Yeah, and Jonathan Allen as well. Very good call out there. Again, it's about time that Joe Burrow gets some help, not just on the defensive line, but how about that offensive line?
It's about time Joe Burrow gets some health.
I was gonna say please keep Joe Cool upright, and the Bengals should have a terrific bounce back season. This guy certainly had he had the luxury of having Orlando Pace as his blindside tackle for a vast majority of his career. Kurt Warner on the beautiful retro speed flex. Me being an Arizona Cardinals fan, one of 12 in existence, give or take. I have nothing but love and appreciation and admiration for Kurt Warner, bringing the Cardinals to their only Super Bowl appearance since moving out to the Red Sea out in the desert in Arizona. But in his time with the Rams is what he is most famous for, and understandably so. Won an MVP, won a Super Bowl there. Of course, the Music City Miracle back in 1999-2000 for the St. Louis Rams. I mean, come on, you had Marshall Faulk. You had Orlando Pace, who I just mentioned, one of the 3 or 4 greatest offensive linemen ever. Torrey Holt, possibly the best snub of a wide receiver to not get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Still doesn't make sense. Isaac Bruce, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. And again, he made it all work top to bottom. Derrick Henry, so here we go. Here's our first double up that we were talking about in that AFC North division. The Red-Eyed Raven, this is a great alternate lid that you get here on the Authentic for the Derrick Henry. Beautiful gold ink. One of my favorite looking lids, Steven, make no mistake about it. The Golden Gate. What's up, Vernon Davis? Shout out to Derrick Henry, man. The second all-time leading rusher in Tennessee Titans franchise history, and a guy who is going to be a no doubt slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. One of the greatest running backs of all time. Speaking of one of the all-time greats, how about this? We're 4 lids in and we already got 2 separate double-ups. TJ Watt and Derrick Henry. How about Kurt Warner and now Joe Montana on a custom speed flex right here? Very different from what we usually see from Joe Montana. Got a nice video here showing off this Montana. So two separate things to note. Obviously, you guys see all of the SF tattoos, as I like to say, across the lid here that are scattered throughout. But the coolest thing, Steven, no doubt about it, is the Joe. I don't know if there's anything else on top of it, but you can see the Joe
That's awesome.
the top of the lid right there. So very, very cool on top of the Speed Flex. It could be Joe Montana. It could be Joe Aguilar. There's only one true way to find out. So see what we got going there.
Let's hope it's Montana.
That's all. I was gonna say I would love to see Joe pop in and give his official grade on what his own signature would be.
That would be hilarious.
Jordan Love, cannot knock what this guy's signature is. The J Hard 10, one of my favorite signatures from any active player in the sport. This is on the 60s and 70s retro logo for the Green Bay Packers. Make no mistake about it, Jordan Love. I like to say this all the time, Steven, whether you look at it from a eye talent point of view, the analytics. I think Jordan Love is unquestionably a top 10 quarterback in the sport. I think he has gotten better year after year. And for a guy like J Love, one of my favorite players to watch in the sport, he became one of just 3 Green Bay Packers ever to throw for 4 touchdowns in a playoff game last season. Now, of course, that ended up coming in a playoff loss. That did not necessarily fall onto him. For Packers fans, I won't revisit that for you. But Jordan Love,
no, it's fine.
but Jordan Love, an ascending great quarterback in the league. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, much like Joe Montana, we got ourselves Dan the Man Marino. This is a rivalry game day authentic. So this is what the Miami Dolphins had displayed last year on a matte gray finish. A lot different color scheme than what you traditionally see from the Miami Dolphins. You know, you usually think of aqua, teal, bright orange, and a different turquoise type of blue in their color scheme. Not so fast with these rivalries. This kind of brings a much different dimension to what they look like. And it's on Mr. Dolphin itself and Dan Marino. So you get the new school look with the all-time old school great player. Make no mistake about it, Dan Marino, that 1984 season where he broke the single-season touchdown passing record with 48 touchdowns, stood for 20 years until Peyton Manning edged him in 2004. Still to this day, a guy that really transcends any era, a guy that was throwing for religiously 4,000 plus passing yards, even touched 5,000 one season in an era where it was 3 yards and a clump of dust. Jamar Chase, there's your first triple up right there in this Mother's Day Weekend Warrior Series, guys. A custom Jamar Chase Speed Flex. The LSU darling, the 5th overall pick in the 2021 draft. I know my guy Bean hyping up the defense quite a bit, a lot of the Bengals. How about the offensive side of things here? TJ Watt, Derrick Henry, and Jamar Chase, a triple up, guys. That quad spot of 540, that's why you get into the quads right now. Chance of getting in that AFC North. You land those 3 lids. I mean, just at a 540 price point, just so you guys know, the Watt, Henry, and Jamar Chase individually are all worth more than a $540 price point. You get into that bad boy, if it's your lucky day, and you get 2 of them. Again, we're talking about doubling, if not tripling, at the bare minimum, your buy-in spot for that right there. Roger Staubach, former Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys, brought the first Super Bowl to the Lone Star State. Him, Drew Pearson, Reggie White, amongst others, a part of a famous collection of that first iteration of the first ever Dallas Super Bowl team. Did you guys hear Justin Jefferson went to the Browns? Yeah. You know what? I actually heard that exact same report, and then I woke up, and then that report went away. So,
sorry.
Yeah,
I was imitating Stephen A. Smith from Friday. Sorry. Did I miss those?
Stephen A. Bean. Yeah. What, the return to Skip?
Yeah. Well, just his facial expression to Skip. When Skip spews words.
Dude, I love how he was like walking back, and he's like, I missed you, my brother. I loved you. I missed you. He's like, that's great, but I still got 9th, like LeBron 9th all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, shit, here we go. He's like, all right, guys, here we go. The rage baiting has returned. So, Julio Jones.
I mean, just excellent at that.
Yes, I mean the what do they call him? The Godfather of debate. A guy who shout out to Skip Bayless though, man. I mean, somebody that actually brought that, forum and style of, sports conversation. He really brought water cooler talk to a national and and media level.
Because you do hear
yeah
insane things like
no, make no mistake about it. I get my similar fix. I'm a huge Bill Simmons guy, so I've been listening to Bill Simmons for years. So hey, podcasts make everything turn. It's weird. Like the older that I've gotten personally, man, the less music I listen to, the more podcasts.
I listen to more podcasts
that I tune into now. So a guy that I will say, whether it's music or podcasting, a guy that will forever stand the test of time, especially in Atlanta, Julio Jones on this beautiful retro. Julio! On the retro Speed Flex. Beautiful NFC South hit right here. For Julio Jones, one of the best one-on-one possession catch receivers of all time. Secondary headliners, nothing to sniff at either. Travion Henderson, we do not get a ton of here in the break room.
No, we don't.
That'll double up with Dan Marino, which is really nice. And how about Donald Driver? We already got the Packers quarterback of the President, Jordan Love. How about one of the most underrated Packers wide receivers of all time in Donald Driver? Talk about a Hall of Very Good. That is definitely Donald Driver. That's where I want to drive on a Mother's Day Sunday. So again, guys, keep in mind, not just 11 headliners and 22 boxes. We also have, again, keep in mind, read this right here, 10 boxes in this series, including a Mother's Day card with a bonus gift card to various stores, restaurants, and more. In addition to the gift card, you will also receive an entry to a custom Tom Brady Speed Flex. Now, some of those gift cards that's talked about in the description, I was lucky enough to see yesterday. I believe Chinmay and I, in the morning and afternoon show, we pulled, I think, 3 items. And again, I saw a $25 DoorDash gift card.
That's awesome.
A $50 Cheesecake Factory. And then
That'll cover the fees.
And then that's what I care about. Yeah. I was going to say, you can get yourself, 2 snack wraps and, maybe a large Sprite. And then, like you said, the rest will be covered in fees. But that was my McDonald's.
Dude, that was one of my low-key, when I lived in the city and, I just wanted a McDonald's Dr. Pepper. I paid $6.
$6, yeah.
To have it delivered to me. I was like, I didn't want to deal with it. The dollar drink.
Absolutely no shame. Yeah. Did you not have one within a walking distance of you?
I lived, so it was within walking distance, but was it worth? So, you know where the McDonald's is in Wrigley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's the closest McDonald's to me.
Oh, okay.
When I lived down there, and I lived right off Broadway Street. So, yes, could I take a nice...
I know exactly where
could I make a nice...
where that is. Yeah.
It was Addison and Broadway. So, could I take a nice stroll? Sure. But do I want to? No. I just want to play video games. Just deliver me my things.
And you're
for
also...
$6.
Yeah. and you're also putting money in somebody else's pocket, too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm helping the economy.
Yes. We love supporting small business. Small local Uber business. So again, guys, 10 spots in this series for these lottery entries for Brady. 3 of them went yesterday, to my knowledge. I think 5 actually. I take that back. Yeah, the Mother's Day entries. Here we go. So this is the Mother's Day entries that we got available right now. Sean Alexi won a Warren Moon rep. Devin Skomberg at Brees Hall. Sean Alexi is leading the scoreboard with 2. He got a Patrick Peterson. How about this? Trey McBride, that secondary headliner, went to Devin Shinley. That was on a rep for Trey McBride.
Nice.
My guy, T-Mac. And then Chuba Hubbard went to John Touchton. So 5 down, 5 to go, folks. We are halfway there on those raffle entries. So very, very nice. Again, 5 to go on the double, 7 to go on that quad. Again, time to make some money moves on a Mother's Day. I know that payday was either on Friday or Thursday for a lot of folk out there. So, again, even though Mother's Day is today, a very, very lovely belated Mother's Day gift would be very, very nice. If you end up winning any items today in today's show, well, guess what? It's probably getting shipped out first thing tomorrow morning. Chances are the item will get to you by the end of this upcoming week. So, again, you'd be like, hey, Mom, didn't forget about you. I hope the wait was well worth it. Now, I know Bean was talking about making some moves in that multi-sport, and this multi-sport has come to a standstill, Steven, and after I go through some of the items in here, you're going to be like, wait, say what? Why has this not moved at all? 13 boxes and 6 headliners, close to a 50% ratio there on nabbing yourself a headliner. 102 on that single, 204 on that double, and 408 on that quad. Now, unlike, ironically, I was kind of hoping that this guy would still be in the room for me to say this line. As the great Bob Costas would say, the mailman does not deliver on Sundays. But Karl Malone, he delivered on a lot of Sundays throughout his excellent 20
Just not that career. One critical Sunday where it was called out.
Yes, yeah, just out of all the Sundays for him to not deliver, arguably chose the worst one.
And even with the line as hard as that from Scottie Pippen.
He's still
sometimes trying to blow his reputation. Unbelievable.
Even to this day, still some 40-odd years later. 30-odd years
dude,
later, yeah.
that's the mic drop.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say,
the mic drop moment. You don't need to say words.
calling out Karl Malone, dunking on John Starks. You know, Scotty's got a lot of all-time moments for him. But Karl Malone, his crowning achievement had to be his 1997 season. Won his first and only MVP in 1997. For those that saw The Last Dance, of course, MJ took that personally, like everything else, and went on to dismantle him in the 97 finals. But Karl Malone, just one of many Hall of Famers that ended up ringless because of the buzzsaw that were the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. Make no mistake about it, though, Steven, which no matter what way you slice it, I think inarguably he is a top 5 power forward of all time. Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett. I think he's entered this conversation. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you can throw into that conversation as well. Karl Malone has to be. He's still top 5 all time in points scored. He's top 10 in rebounding, I believe. He's also top 10 in games played. So one of the sturdiest players of all time. James Cook on the custom speed flex, guys. We're talking about a custom speed flex for just a touch over $100 here in the Ultimate Autographs Live break room this morning. The beautiful Buffalo Bills lid here on this custom rivalry speed flex. This isn't no standard speed flex, y'all. This is a custom about as gorgeous gets. So all of my Buffalo Bills fans out there, and I know that we have a lot of them, got to make sure that we go after somebody like our boy in James Cook. He went to the Buffalo Bills front office before the start of last season and said, you know what? Y'all got to pay me and pay me now. And they did with James Cook, and he rewarded them handsomely. Led the league in rushing yards last season. Elway, Smith, and McCaffrey. Ed McCaffrey, Rod Smith, and John Elway. A tri-signed Denver Broncos speed flex. Now, whether you are a Denver Broncos fan in general or just a fan of football of yesteryear and you grew up in the 80s and 90s, this has got to hit a nostalgic sweet spot for you. The Denver Broncos of the 1990s were one of the most popular, not just football teams, but one of the most popular teams in sports in the 1990s. A Hall of Fame cast of characters, obviously outside of these 3 names. Obviously somebody like Mike Shanahan, the head coach at the helm. Shannon Sharp at the tight end position. Who else am I missing? MVP running back Terrell Davis. Guys like Bill Romanowski on the defensive end.
I mean, those teams were just strapped.
Yeah, absolutely loaded on both sides of the football, man. So Hall of Famers throughout. And again, you get one Hall of Famer and 2 very great Hall of very good players in Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey. But this is the creme de la creme for me in this series, Stephen. I looked this up yesterday morning when I was on with Chinmay, and we ended up getting a good ballpark estimate of this custom Dan Marino speed flex, going anywhere between $1,600 to $1,800 retail. A beautiful custom Dan Marino speed flex. Again, this is a retro-looking logo because, of course, you get the Miami Dolphin with the very awesome Miami Dolphins helmet on top of it. One of the coolest logos in all of sports. And you also get this pigskin-like design with this the shade of brown here. You got the not even the tri-stripes, excuse me. You get a, tri-quad, pentastripe? Nice pentastripe, the 5 stripes going back through the top of the lid.
We're 1 to go in that diamond double.
Beautiful, diamond double. Okay, very cool. So we'll talk about that next. And then next upcoming headliner we got for you guys is Cale Makar of the Colorado Avalanche. So I'm going to take a look at, going to take my first trip over to ESPN, guys. I promise you will not be the last. Oh, crap baskets. What time is this? Okay,
2 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, is it before the first game? I thought they were supposed to do it in between, but I'll take before the first.
Yeah, it's before the first game, yeah. Fingers crossed, Steven. Fingers crossed. We're due for some good luck in that NBA draft lottery. So the Avalanche actually lost their first postseason game last night, 2-1. Just wanted to make sure we're keeping up the tabs with that. Speaking of, by the way, huge shout out last night to the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 1 win away from making the conference finals out east for them. They are the first team since, I believe, 1987 to start 7-0 in the NHL playoffs.
Wow.
That's how, 7-0? Yeah, 7-0. They won 4-0.
They're on par with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's OKC, they dominant 3-0 lead. And believe it or not, can you believe that OKC won without the refs being on their side?
No.
Isn't it funny how crazy, stupid the narratives are?
But I will tell you that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's under points is 3-0 this series. Because
they
don't
double
need
him
him. Because they don't need him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you double the guy every time he touches the ball, that's totally understandable. So, and AJ Mitchell, by the way, the best contract in the NBA resides in Oklahoma City. AJ Mitchell, 3-year, $9 million contract he signed. And Sam Presti, he did the damn
Jalen
thing
Williams is
again.
not only for like $4 million or $5 million a year. Just lots of great role player deals going on there.
Jay Will, yeah.
The other Jay Will.
The other Jay Will, the one that actually plays. Don't listen to Bill Simmons on that. He was going through the box score and said, their second best player only played 14 minutes when he was talking about game 2. I'm like, your editor really needs to... you need to get a new editor, Bill.
That's one with a Y.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a great one. That's what we call
and
box
Bean,
score
to
teams.
answer your question, he said,
warriors.
I don't know how the Magic and Celtics choke. It's very easy to explain, okay? The Magic have been the most inconsistent team in all of the NBA all season long.
No Franz Wagner,
And that doesn't help either. But they also have not been inconsistent. They put on maybe their greatest performance of a half, followed by maybe their worst performance in a half.
I'd say of all time.
Of all, so it was.
I watched that whole second half.
The
of that game.
second half, I was like, they're losing the series. If the Pistons win this game, I know it sounds super.
Did you watch that fourth quarter of that game?
Oh yeah, I was just like, I'm like,
I couldn't believe it.
I'm like, no, I couldn't even without Franz. I was like, you guys have to find a way to muster up something.
Even some of the looks they
By
got,
accident.
I mean, shit, it was like toilet bowl. It was in and out on some. I'm like, man, I'm like, that's how you know. Whenever you see a game like that, it was kind of like in 2013 when Ray Allen hit that corner shot off the Chris Bosh offensive rebound. It's like, there is no way San Antonio is winning Game 7.
Yep,
like,
there's no way.
There's just no way. Like, the same feeling.
At least they put up a better fight in that Game 7. But no, you're like, this series is over. I know who's advancing.
I was joking around with some of my buddies after that Game 6 between Orlando and Detroit. I was like, does Mosley even get on like the plane for Game 7?
For Game 7?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, well, funnily enough, he didn't get on the plane after Game 7 because they left his ass in Detroit. But how the Celtics choke. Bean, the Boston Celtics, and this is the thing. Oh, we got ourselves a break coming up.
We do, but you can speak it quickly.
The Boston Celtics play this game called Mathketball. And here's the problem with Mathketball. When you take 45 to 53s a night and they are not falling, and they are your main source of income on offense, you will shoot yourself into games and out of games. Joe Mazzulla is a very good coach, make no mistake about it. He won that dominant, and I mean dominant title in 24, but the other 3 times he's been in the playoffs, he has been
catastrophic failures.
Catastrophic failure. First round upsets, and I mean big time upsets every other time that Joe Mazzulla has been a head coach in the playoffs. So Boston, they did a phenomenal job this year. They got way under the luxury tax because they were way over. This is, by the way, I know the choke in retrospect is a bad look for them on the season.
This is a fine. This is whatever.
A very fine season.
This is whatever.
This is a totally fine season.
I was gonna say, I would be honestly grateful that you didn't make it deeper in the playoffs. Personally, like, I know it was ugly the way you lost, but let Jason Tatum get a summer to, get his leg healthy, get stronger. You guys do have to make a decision on Jaylen Brown. Very concerning things he said, but
always concerning.
We know the tandem is good. We know the tandem is good enough to go win a title. Also, Philadelphia just probably wanted it more. Like, Joel Embiid's willing to risk the rest of his career for a first-round win. Let him have it. And honestly, I don't know if the result is much better if you guys face the Knicks in the next round.
I was going to say, because as you saw with this Knicks and Sixers series, for those that have tuned in, Joel Embiid literally did not have much to provide. So, unfortunately,
because he gave it all for that first-round series, which is awesome and, like, what you want from your player, but, like, there's 4 rounds of this stuff.
His appendix, his cartilage, just about every
Well,
body
don't worry,
part.
Bean. They're not winning a championship. We're not worried about that.
Because I'm a Celtics fan. Yeah, well,
you don't have to worry about that.
Well, they're going to be saying 1-2-3 Cancun very shortly.
I think tomorrow night at like 9:30 Central Time.
The Diamond Double, shout out.
Ready to go.
All ready to go. So we're going to have 7 headliners and 17 boxes. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Bo Nix, both on customs. How about Jay Jetta's on a retro speed flex? James Cook Rivalry Authentic, TJ Watt Authentic, and then Pickens and Sapp. Secondary headliners, 2 numbers for the Diamond Double. Now, speaking of the NHL and the NBA playoffs, I know we got in a little NBA playoff discussion here. Jill going with her patented.
Wow, Jill just dropping it in there.
Jill she rocking that 3 and 20.
That's what the Magic shot in the second half of that game.
It's actually rounding it up, too, which is even crazier. They shot 0 of 20 in that fourth quarter.
I said second half, not the fourth quarter.
You could have, I mean, you could have stuck me and Steven in a corner, just follow drive and be like, hey.
Shoot one.
Just, hey, as long as one of you guys with your pterodactyl wingspan doesn't jump up and block a shot, I think I have a shot of draining one in here from a corner.
Yeah.
So 3 and 24 from Jill. Let's see what we got here. So it'll be 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 4 through 6. Then we got 24 coming off the ticker as well. If you're just tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you're about to see the first break here to start off our Mother's Day 2026 edition. Stephen Ryan and Rob Hill right by your side. Really happy to be with each and every one of you folks today. Please feel free to let Stephen and I know how you are spending your Mother's Day, of course. Obviously, outside of doing that with Ultimate Autographs, make sure Ultimate Autographs is still your first priority, guys. Which, by the way, I'm going to do this as we wait for those boxes as we go 10 times around.
Yep.
So you're good, dude. Take your time. I'm going to do what the kids like to call a shameless plug, but at least this is a productive plug. Refer a friend. Is there ever a better time than referring somebody on a sacred holiday such as Mother's Day? Hey, refer your mother, your daughter, your niece, your sister, whoever it might be. We got a whole lot of flower power in the room. We're about to see our first 2 boxes of the morning called by one of our favorite regulars in Jill Labovitz here in the UA Live Break Room. Super simple process, guys. They get $50 off their first order of 100 or more, and you get $50 in return. On top of that, Steven, they also get the person who refers the person to the break room a chance to win a Reggie Wayne Authentic helmet at the end of the month. So very cool stuff there.
Those are heavy because they're diamonds.
All authentics are better in this diamond series. The tagline for this series. Honestly, I'll be honest, dude. I'm very shocked that this is the first series that we're dipping our toes into because we do got that Chase wheel spin for the Mother's Day Weekend Warrior and the lottery as well. So let's see what we got. Box numero tres to get ourselves started. Division alignment for you guys. Jacob Partridge in the NFC North. Jill Labovitz with her box called Magic has her in the NFC South and the AFC North here in this Diamond Series. So she's got that TJ Watt spot available to her there, and that NFC South, which could possibly have Warren Sapp. So some good spots for Jill there. Jason Medora, what's going on, Jason? Happy Mother's Day to you in the NFC East and West. Dustin Aronson in the AFC South and West, and Jason Medora's final spot in the AFC East.
Best of luck.
Good luck to everybody. Better luck to my parlays today.
I only have like one parlay.
Dude, NBA playoffs are kicking my ass.
No, I've actually had pretty good.
What?
I did live bet Pistons yesterday plus 8.5.
So you're a straight bet man. I respect.
No, I parlayed that with with Blue Jays minus 2.5.
They beat the crap out
No, but so the Blue Jays had runners on first and second. Nobody out. It was still at minus 1.5. I was like, all right, I'm dumping on this. It froze on me. And then it went to 2.5. I'm like, guess what? I'm doing it anyways. And then I look up, it's 8-0. I'm like, this is great.
This is great.
This is what I want.
a no sweat bet
Yeah.
at minus 2.5 in baseball. You're living a good life.
Yeah.
You're living a very good life. You know who else is living a very good life? Sean Payton. And the reason why I say Sean Payton, I know Super Bowl champion.
I know why you're saying.
Successful head coaches in NFL history. Not just because of that, but a lot of people doubted him. Now dating back to 3 years ago, in that 2024 draft, I believe, for trading up to get this guy. Because not a lot of people believed in him. Number 10 on the dice roll, number 10 in this cloth bag, and Dustin Aronson is going to be getting himself the winningest quarterback in NFL history through his first 2 seasons of starting games. The custom Bo Nix bucking his way.
Look at that.
Through the break room. Bo Nix, baby. Bo knows. Alfredo said, nice hit indeed. Good morning to you, Mr. Licioto. And good morning to Dustin Aronson. That is how you get a Mother's Day started. Awesome, awesome hit. Custom Bo Nix right here. You get the great tri-stripes. Again, man, the number 10, the jet black visor. I mean, what more can you say? Great looking lid. Great looking lid.
That's it. I mean, the only reason I'll say this, Rob, and I'm very honest with you guys, that class is loaded. In terms of quarterbacks, the only reason I think I didn't take Knicks and maybe Penix was because just mathematically speaking, someone doesn't work out. Someone doesn't. I don't know who it's going to be, but someone doesn't work out.
Or Spencer Rattler.
No, I think it's J.J. McCarthy we're looking at. Yeah.
Maybe. I never advocate for anybody to lose their job.
I don't want anyone to not. Wouldn't it? So like
Tyler's in town. Move over, buddy.
You know, a lot of people like, and this goes to baseball, and it works for all sports, right? Like they're just like, man, this team, they're blah 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 with hitters and running and scoring position. I'm like, well, if everyone got a hit, we'd still be playing the first game. We'd still be in the first inning of the first game because that's just how it goes. If every quarterback played well.
We're still, we're still in offense. We're still moving the chains.
Yeah, everyone's moving the chains back and forth. So, like, it just isn't feasibly possible. But he has panned out so well that again, if he doesn't get hurt, they're going to the Super Bowl. Sorry, New England. Just plain and simple. They were awesome last year. I hope he gets back healthy. I like their receiving core. I like their running backs.
The addition of Jalen Waddle.
Yep, Jalen Waddle, great pickup. Did they pick up a tight end?
Probably,
yeah. I know they had Evan Ingram, and it didn't work out as well, but
yeah. When I was doing my
that second year kind of thing happens way more with people than that first year signing with the guy. So I would be careful with the Broncos next year. They're going to be really, really good.
It's going to be hard to follow up a 14-win campaign, but again, that defense.
But maybe 11.
I mean, that defense, that pass rush. I mean, you got Patrick Surtain, former Depoy. You got Nick Benito, who was towards top of the league in sacks. I think that they had 4 total All-Pro and Pro Bowlers combined on just the defensive side of the ball.
They're gross. They're gross.
Yeah, I mean, coaching-wise, Sean Payton is as good as they come. But again, Bo Nix told me everything I needed to know. The guy hosted Josh Allen, Superman, the quarterback that people now put up on a pedestal, and deservingly so, is the best quarterback in the sport. Outplayed him in the second half of a shootout playoff game. Denver won a lot of their games on the backbone of their defense.
Where people pick the Bills because they're just like, they have Josh Allen. They have the better quarterback. And I'm like, that doesn't mean they have the better team.
Exactly. So, which is, again, I remember that line, too, because I think it was a pick-em going into that game.
Yeah.
And the only reason it was because of Josh Allen
Not because of all the other.
Not because of all the other factors, but huge shout out to Bo Nix and a speedy recovery. And how about the AFC West for quarterbacks this upcoming year? Patrick Mahomes, who, by the way, beautiful custom speed flex on that. What do you want to call that? That blood orange visor?
Yeah,
that's what I've been calling it. A blood orange visor.
Looks like a moon, like a blood moon.
Yeah, blood moon. Yeah, very nice. Patrick
Not
Mahomes,
moon rising, just a blood moon.
Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, and how about first overall pick Fernando Mendoza? Now all in that AFC West, so that'll be a fun.
I still think, and I know the Chiefs are due for a bounce back year. I think it's still the Broncos division. For now, you never know what could swing it.
I would probably have them favored. Just their defense alone.
Oh, their defense is the best in the AFC.
Them and Seattle are the two best.
Oh yeah,
the NFL
big time.
And then I would say the AFC really close. Them in Houston. I love the Houston.
Oh, defense? Yeah, defensively speaking.
Defense. Yeah.
If Stroud ever gets back to what he looked like as a rookie, Houston will be in the AFC title game as well.
Well, normally I don't record things here because as much as I love talking about AFC West quarterbacks as much as the next guy,
they are filthy.
We're gonna actually change gears here to talking about running backs. And normally I don't record any clips for hidden gems, but this is a very special situation because not only did she end up calling her own hit, it's going to be a Mother's Day hit. Huge round of applause for the girl that's getting all the other happy Mother's Days now in the chat. Shout out to the cowgirl herself and Jill Labovitz. She's going to be taking home a Baltimore Raven in that AFC North, the 2003 rushing yard champion and Super Bowl champion, inscribed Jamal Lewis on the Game Day Authentic. Jamal Lewis, baby. Absolutely gorgeous Baltimore Ravens hit. Jill, I do not tell a lie. There is the 2000 Super Bowl champion inscription, of course, with the Roman numerals. I would have to go back and check to see what Super Bowl that was in 2000. But Jamal Lewis.
There you go, Jill.
The one thing that I will do for you here, Jilly Bean, I'm going to scan the Beckett QR code right here on the back because Jamal Lewis most likely signed this in person here at Ultimate Autographs. So, as you guys know, scanning that QR code gets that authentication.
Bean says, fun fact, there has been no team to be the worst team in the NFL to the next year they win the Super Bowl. I mean, that just makes sense, right? Like, that means...
Worst to first?
Yeah, but I mean, that means, like, the world is normal. Like, you shouldn't get the number one pick in the NFL and that just be the game-changing factor into, you getting to the Super Bowl next year, right? Like the Raiders, right? Even if Mendoza is their quarterback, and let's say he is, I'm happy to say he is.
Yeah.
What part of that team's like, you know what? That puts them over the top. None. They still have a lot of work to do outside of getting their quarterback. Do I think they're going to try and do their best to make that happen? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the closest team was the Rams, so I'm guessing those early 2009. Well, they pick up Kurt Warner in the offseason one year?
I mean, well, yeah.
Or was that the Sean McVay?
Well, I know that the preseason odds for them when they...
Was that Sean McVay and Jared Goff?
I think it might have been the Kurt Warner one because I remember preseason when they had Trent Green. I think the preseason odds, that'd be an interesting thing to look up. What was the biggest dog to win a Super Bowl preseason? Which, by the way, for those that had a Seattle Seahawks
Maybe
future,
Seattle.
Seattle this past season
Might have been.
Dude, they were, because I remember.
I was like, I don't know what's going to happen with them.
This is why, in the great words of Herm Edwards, this is why you play the games.
Yeah.
And you play the games to win.
And that's why you got to play the breaks, because you don't know what you're going to win either.
Got to definitely play the breaks. We're going to run those bad boys back, and we're going to go through the rundown here in just a second, guys. Awesome double break, by the way. Shout out to Dustin and Jill taking two excellent AFC players there. But preseason, NFC West, I was looking at my Arizona Cardinals. They were 8.5 preseason win total.
I remember that. I liked them too.
And Seattle was 8.5 as well. So
was that the bottom of the NFC West too?
Yeah,
both of them, right? Yeah,
yeah, because I think San Fran was. I think they were 9.5 or 10.5. And then
the Rams are probably.
And then the Rams were 10.5, I think. So
what a division.
Yeah, which by the way, those top three teams, not including Arizona, of course, they all won 12 plus games, or I think 11 plus games.
I think they were the three choices. Like, whichever one of these three survives is going to win the Super Bowl.
pretty loaded division, almost as loaded as the break page that we got. We're halfway home on that Mother's Day double, halfway home on that multi-sport single. And how about this lottery series? So this lottery series, we are no longer rocking any quads. We got 7 boxes remaining. Unless, of course, we end up getting requested a quad, which we would be more than happy to do, to end up closing that out and bringing it down to one more single and one more double. But here's the thing, guys. This lottery series, and I'll end up showing you this right now for those that want to see what the updated TrackMan data is of this. We have the lottery, which includes the Patrick Mahomes entry. Now, if you end up winning a replica, and here's the thing, there's going to be 15 entries, guys. Top spot draw at the end of the series will win the beautiful Patrick Mahomes, which I'll show off here for you guys right now in this lottery. So, again, this is the blood orange visor. I've never seen a Patrick Mahomes custom quite like this.
That thing's nuts.
This is his own signature. This is his own trademark logo that he has for Patrick Mahomes. He also has the NFL correspondent logo on the back with his own custom signature, the Mahomes 15, and the USA flag, Mr. Patriotic man himself, Patrick Mahomes. You got the great Chiefs tag down at the bottom as well. Really nice decal there. Again, this could be won in this lottery series, y'all. Got to get some movement here, but these are all of the names so far. We have 3 entries remaining, Steven, in that series. But guess what? The other 4 items, they're all photo headliners. One of them including a double that I'll get into in just a quick second here. So these are the names that are remaining. So we got 2 Ryan Manuels, 2 Reggie Hammonds, 2 Jason Meadors, actually 3 Jason Meadors, shout out to Jason, and 3 Ryan Manuels. There we go. So they're tied at the top. Justin Kesting, Michael Arnett, Eddie Brown, John Touchton all got spots. So pretty well divided, but 3 gentlemen with multiple spots. Again, guys, again, if you're somebody with only 1 spot in this series, like, again, Eddie, John, Justin, or Michael, I would highly recommend trying to help hop in and close out this lottery series. You know, go after one of those last 3 replicas, hopefully in the hidden gems, and help close out this incredible lottery series. So this Patrick Mahomes custom, by the way, I'd be willing to say, Steven, it's going to be hard because it's very, very unique, by the way. I'd probably say this is in the ballpark of $4,500 to maybe $5,000. Somewhere maybe in that ballpark. So somewhere around that for Patrick Mahomes. Charges quite a lot on his signatures
especially
as well.
if he has the bounce back year that we're all anticipating. Like we know last year wasn't truly Patrick Mahomes. I do think he's one more year away from the team success portion. I do think I wouldn't rush him back personally, but that's just me.
Which is crazy, by the way, because I was looking at his odds the other day.
I know he's gonna be good, but
he's like 4th in MVP odds because he's actually participating in OTAs.
If he drags that team,
yeah.
Sorry, I say it like they're a bad team, but it's all Mahomes right now.
I think the addition of Kenneth Walker
that helps.
Is going to be massive for them.
But I think if they were just to be the 12th pick again next year,
I think they're
too good. They're too well coached. They're too all those things to have that.
It's funny to me because I love the Kenneth Walker edition so much. Now I might have a little rose-colored glasses here because of his Super Bowl performance, but
that helps. It's the last thing we've seen.
He on paper during this Chiefs dynasty with Reed, Kelsey, and Mahomes. This is the best running back on paper that Kansas City has had.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I mean, we've gone through Damian Williams, Isaiah Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We've gone through a lot of different running backs in Kansas City. I mean, even bringing somebody back a couple of times in Kareem Hunt. Obviously, he's had multiple stints out in Kansas City. So, having a Super Bowl MVP running back added to this type of offense, again, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. Again, we'll see what they can squeeze left out of the twilight of the career of Travis Kelce. So we shall see how that goes, guys. But let's talk about some of the headliners in this lottery series. Terrell Davis, for what we got, speaking of AFC West, we've already gotten one Bronco on the table. Let's get another here. And the former MVP running back, just one of 9 running backs to ever rush for 2,000 yards in a single season. Here's the double up I was alluding to, the Lawrence Taylor Speed Flex. Lawrence Taylor Speed Flex, the baddest MFer. Again, another guy that may have signed this helmet in studio here. Somebody that's actually been kind enough to be on air with us. Was a part of a great interview by our own Rip Camelucci. Did a great job talking some UNC football. Talked about UNC in general. Talked about Bill Belichick's girlfriend. There was a lot of fun stuff in that episode. So really cool stuff by Rip and Frankie when we had Lawrence on. Former MVP. And by the way, I did see a report, Steven, a couple of days ago that Lawrence unfortunately is in the hospital. So
no. Hopefully he feels better soon.
All the best wishes for Lawrence Taylor. I actually kind of want to. Look that up for a second here. Hopefully it's nothing bad. Yeah. Okay, he's out of the hospital after stomach-related illness. There we go. Okay, there we go. Way to go, Lawrence. The 67-year-old legend is now recovering and returning to his home in Florida. So, way to go, Lawrence. Make sure to go after Mr. Taylor here in the break room. So, from NFC East past to NFC East present, how about the guy who just led the league in passing yards, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson, Javonte Williams. Dallas was loaded last year on the offensive side of the ball. The only problem is, Steven, they had a hard time stopping other teams from putting points up on the board. The Matt Eberflus curse was spread throughout the Dallas Cowboys locker room. Just letting my fellow Bears fans know out there about Mr. Matt Eberflus and how they feel about him. But Dallas, another new DC is going to be in town for them this upcoming season. I thought Brian Schottenheimer, considering everything, because it's always seems to be a circus down in Jerry World. I think he did a tremendous job last season in his first year with Dallas. And again, offensively, you could argue that they're the best offense in the league when everything's clicking for them. So.
I mean, I think it's best. I think, were you here with me during that game? That second week game was like Giants and Cowboys.
I was, funny enough that you asked that. My first day here at UA, literally my first day of training was that, I hate to say it, but, it's funny now in retrospect, that Monday night Bears and Vikings game when McCarthy threw for 3 touchdowns.
When it all looked...
In the fourth quarter, everything looked so bright and shiny for the Vikings fans. But,
and then the next week, the Bears got absolutely mollywopped.
Yep.
by the Lions.
And everybody
was like, oh, no.
Is Ben Johnson really the answer?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So those
he really is the answer.
Is there
Sorry. Allen Iverson's really the answer, but for what we needed at our head coach position, yes, he was our answer.
Applause there. Is there a more prisoner of the moment sport than the NFL?
Oh, well, that's the whole problem. Again, you can't play football.
Yeah.
You can't play football every day. Obviously, it's a very, very strenuous game. Let's be nice about it. I don't want to say violent. Violent's not the right word because you're not trying to hurt. It's violent, but you're not. Violence to me is like I'm trying to hurt you, like, but you obviously try to tackle somebody. There's moments of violence. It's an emotional game. It's a game based off emotions. But bottom line, when you have a whole
That's why
week,
we don't have Vontaze Burfict,
when you have a whole week to think about things, you're gonna overthink things, and that's why it's week to week. You sit there and dissect it, but it goes both ways, right? Like if the bad is really bad and the good is really good. So yeah, that's just the way it's played. Now, what would you rather have, that whole week of that one emotion, or would you rather live the day-to-day life of a baseball fan? Where it could just go, it can go either way.
I'm telling you, for daily diehards of a sport like baseball, for people like Steven and I, it is again, you got to temper your expectations. Steven's in a totally different position as me, by the way. His team.
And we're both having great seasons.
And then we're both, relative to expectations, we're both very satisfied with the seasons our teams are having. And I'm sitting here with the team that has a losing record. By the way, Bof, if you're out there, buddy, should be a fun rubber match today. Me and Bof have been going back and forth.
Well, Logan, who do you guys throw?
He's been, we got our ace. We got Davis Martin going today. So we'll knock on one that Davey hasn't had a bad start yet. Logan Gilbert, that'll be a very fun game. And you guys, who are you guys throwing against DeGrom today?
Mr. Jameson Tyone, so it's going to be fun.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Tyone. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
So, again, I mean, look, the Cubs, their entire starting staff for the most part has gotten decimated by injuries, and they're still churning out wins.
Have you seen the Bleacher Report? You know how it has, like, the injured list?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Bleacher Report injured list for the Cubs?
I'm sure it's very, very. I'm sure it's Christmas list. Like what? Wow.
I'm like, I think you guys are missing some things.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh,
that's not accurate. This is not an accurate list by any means. I mean, the name on it is right, but there's way more people missing from this
Everyone
list.
else just got transferred to the 60-day IL. Like, you're not even worth mentioning on this injury report.
Matt Boyd injures his knee playing with his kids. I'm like, what is happening?
That was something, I remember, what was that, around COVID? Like, John Wall, I think, had, like, a similar thing in his home. He was, like, recovering from an injury, and then he, like, re-ruptured his Achilles or something, like, doing something around his house.
Who broke their hand punching a television? There was a football player. Was it Chad Johnson? Someone broke their hand.
How about Carlos Quentin in 08 ruining his MVP season by breaking his hand in the locker room after a game by punching a locker?
Why? Well, why?
He was going into September, literally.
For baseball, by the way, you have a bat. Just break it on the thing. Like, you have a bat.
Or if you want to be like Bo Jackson, break it over your knee or your head.
Well, you know, not everyone should do things that Bo tried. Bo might know, but Bo only knows because he's Bo.
I was going to say, we don't encourage that, but, you know, if you want to give it a try, please go for it. Speaking of the White Sox lineup drop, Eric Dickerson got ourselves the all-time single-season rushing yards leader in NFL history. He made goggles cool in the NFL. When I was growing up wearing glasses, especially big old goggles, I had my first prescribed glasses when I was a kid, very similar to Eric Dickerson. They were a combination of what looked like pool goggles, but they were just really thick lenses on the frames. And, you know, sadly enough, I hate to report, guys, but your host got bullied a little bit as a kid for those glasses. But Eric Dickerson, he made them look cool, man. I honestly really love the look of either that, the Horace Grant, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all guys that have, you know, goggles or bigger looking glasses. Eric Dickerson, one of the most popular players of his time. And again, certainly worth that buy-in price here in the lottery. Again, 4 headliners, and then those 3 hidden gems are all Mahomes entries that are all going to be on replica helmets. So please, please, please keep that in mind, ladies and degenerates out there. So moving right along, we've already done the Diamond Double that is completely fully reloaded and reset here on the UA Live break page, as we're just a little hour into the program on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Rob Hill with Steven Ryan on the other ones and the twos. Our Pigskin Diamond full-size NFL helmet series. Again, we always say that our authentics are better in this Diamond series. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Justin Jefferson. Now, I can understand, Steven, that's why I'm sure that they got into that last double. An NFC North elite wide receiver double up. Arguably the two best wide receivers in the NFC North. I think that's honestly indisputable at this moment in time. You might have some guys this season that might change that. But overall, Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson have had that division really on lock for the last number of years now. So Justin Jefferson as well. This is one of my favorite looking lids, dude, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it because I know they've been really the new toy here at UA as of late. But those retros,
yes,
those damn retros have been really, really nice. So what are your thoughts on those?
I love the new line from Riddell. I mean, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I love the style. I just wish it was easy. Again, when you get a retro helmet, that's a spinner-worthy helmet. And what I mean by that is you got to put that bad boy on a spinning table because you got to see the other side of the lid when it has the name all written out in cursive. And honestly, if I was getting one of those helmets autographed, I know they traditionally sign that side with the logo. I might have them sign the other side.
Yeah.
Like, can you just sign the other side for me? Because I love the look.
Oh my god.
Of the retro writing with the layered. What's the shadow essentially of the team color coming out? On Wednesday when I worked with Common, I saw a Falcons retro, want. Colts retro, want. Bengals retro, want. I mean, I just saw them all. I'm like, do these miss? No, they do not miss. And very rarely does a helmet with all of its team that it has available for, do they miss? So, yeah, give me the retros. My question is, what will Riddell come out with next? Because I don't know. Because they just seem to nail it every single year.
Well, I know that they've gone through the ebbs and flows of, again, a lot of different designs, a lot of popular customizations. When I work with Robbie on Thursdays and Fridays, when Robbie first started doing live breaks here at UA, and even a couple of years before that, he always likes to refer right around COVID or coming right out of COVID. Amps were very popular. Amps were super, super popular. That was kind of like the mainstream-driven thing. And for those that are not aware of what amps are, basically, to use the word on its full extension, an amplified version of the logo, basically just blown up on the side of the lid, which is a very, very clean look. We actually had a Kansas City Chief recently in the room on a Patrick Mahomes, ironically, on an authentic that was an amp, which was very, very cool. So, but I agree. Now, I'm going to take this back to really, I can't say our childhood because our age gap is a couple of years apart, but pretty close in the same ballpark. Did you ever used to play the game Destroy All Humans? It was a...
I don't think I played it. I kind of vaguely remember it.
Yeah, so it was like an alien, like on the front cover, like an alien-based game. So it was like, the time period was basically like the 70s, essentially. And I always remember the lettering of the game, like the credits, and whenever they would have title or text popped up on the screen, it would have this like really cool like 70s hippie type of like lettering and font. That's exactly what you get from the retros on the side of the lid here. Now, unfortunately, you're just going to have to take our word for it unless you've already seen a retro already. But again, the side of this J Jettas, man, really, really cool stuff in this series right here. James Cook, this is the second time that we got ourselves a James Cook on a rivalry. For what we got, this is a Buffalo Bills rivalry lid for what we got here. And this is on a authentic juxtaposed to the Speed Flex that we got in the multi-sport for James Cook. TJ Watt authentic that we got available for you guys, Mr. Watt here. We also got TJ Watt available as well in that Weekend Warriors. So again, we have a lot of wattage for you guys here in the break room this morning. And then we got Warren Sapp and George Pickens. Again, interesting to see where that Warren Sapp, is he going to be on a Raider? Is he going to be on a Buccaneer? 3 spots to go on that single, by the way, for that multi-sport. So again, guys, we're looking for our second series break. We've done 2 breaks so far here this morning with Steven and myself.
Might be 1 to go. Oh, maybe none to go. Hold on.
Let's see 1 to go now.
1 to go. Cool.
Who brought that down?
Mr. Winner of Bo Nix over here, Dustin Aronson.
DA baby, DA. So let's see what we got in this multi-sport here again. Look, the multi-sport's my personal favorite because for me, as you guys, if you guys watch the stream instead of using this as a podcasting format, you could see that I'm a guy that enjoys having a snack or two. I like myself a nice little buffet from time to time. Okay, and this is what I like to refer to as the buffet of UA in the multi-sport series or the practice squad when we got our practice squad rocking and rolling as well, which we do, by the way. For something like this in the multi-sport series, again, custom speed flexes. 3 speed flexes in general is a hockey puck from one of the greatest defensemen, not just currently in the NHL, but of all time already in Cale Makar. Karl Malone on the basketball as well, former NBA MVP. Now, if you want to go something on a little bit on the cheaper side of the spectrum, we also got the practice squad, which we haven't talked about yet. 4 to go on the double, 5 to go on the quad. Brand new practice squad that dropped yesterday afternoon. We've only done 5 boxes. We got the Christmas ratio, 12 headliners and 25 boxes remaining. Tis the season to get into this. There's some really, really cool, unique items that we got in here. Guys that we don't get a whole lot of. Like, for example, Kyron Williams on a retro speed flex, the same design but a different visor, to the Kurt Warner that we have in that Mother's Day weekend warrior. This is my favorite, possibly in any of these series, Steven. It's got to be the retro speed flex for Hines Ward. Me and the Chinmay yesterday were basically giving Hines his due. Really don't understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame, to be totally honest with you.
Agreed. I do not know why either.
Played for one team his entire career, 2-time Super Bowl champion, former Super Bowl MVP. We actually looked up his playoff career stats, and he played 16 career playoff games that he started in, 88 catches and over 1,100 career yards with 10 touchdowns in the playoffs. That is a Pro Bowl or All-Pro level regular season performance done on the highest level in the playoffs. So not really a single thing you could say about Hines Ward. Again, he played for winning teams basically the entire time that Ben Roethlisberger was a Pittsburgh Steeler. Again, coinciding with why Mike Tomlin never had a losing record. Guy just won damn games. Guy was just an ultimate contributor, great leader as well. And is there a coincidence that no Pittsburgh Steeler has actually worn his number 86 since he's left? I don't think so. So
that's up to the team manager, the equipment manager, and they know what they're doing.
The equipment manager, Bobby Boucher, the equipment manager.
That's why D Rose never got retired. Well, remember when Michael Carter Williams came? Yeah. And we're like, no, look, buddy, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
The only guy that I think is worthy is Yuki, and that's it. But
well, that's just due to size. Not due to.
That's shoe size, number 1.
Yeah.
Hello, happy draft lottery day. Hey, we were just talking about that.
Yes.
We'll get into that just a little bit.
We'll briefly touch on that.
You know who Mr. Riggs' team is? So what happened to MCW? Big NBA fan, Nick. You know what his team is?
Is he a Pacer fan?
Yes, he is.
I was gonna say, well, he's a Colts fan, so that makes sense. Well,
yeah.
Who does Nick want?
Yeah, he's
Nick, if you have the number 1 pick, who do you want? What happened to MCW? Oh, he tried to wear D Rose's number.
That's a no-no
when he came here, and I'm sorry, you don't got that. He ain't that guy.
Have you seen the?
He wants AJ. Good, that's who I want.
There you go, Devonsa. Yeah,
that's who you should want.
I'm not trying to eat crow on this. Devonsa was my. So I write up a mock draft every single year before the NBA lottery, and Devonsa was the guy that I had going into the season. Again, not to say that Darren Peterson isn't going to be an excellent shooting guard, but we can talk about. I want you to create a hypothetical. Like, who would you want to win the draft lottery? If you were Adam Silver, if you could rig the NBA lottery, if you could choose one team, and damn it, I know who you're going to say, because I'm sure you're going to want to create chaos.
Fine, the Bulls. The Bulls can't win it.
Yeah, it can't be the Bulls. It can't be the Bulls.
I'm going to be honest with you, Nick. I understand that you want AJ Debonza.
I love the Pacers to win it.
And you should want AJ Debonza. I think Boozer would be the perfect fit for your team. I disagree. Respectful.
I
think he's the most polished of the 3, and he's probably most ready to help them win a title. That's more of my thought. Pascal will eventually move on to wherever, and he'll fit right in when he's ready.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not the most ideal fit right now, but I think more of like down the road and what a guy could help you do a team right now.
I think no matter what, I think
any of those 3 are going to help your team.
But if you want to talk about best fit, I would say Peterson. He is the most playoff ready, but doesn't fit with Pascal and Zubac. That's why I was kind of like making the face I did.
I understand why, but again, those guys will leave. Those guys are not there forever.
Well, yeah, no, for sure.
Unless did they extend Pascal?
They did. They
when?
Extended Siakam.
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was before this past season they extended Pascal.
Okay, that changed. Maybe Darren Peterson.
I think Peterson would be the best fit, obviously.
I think the Pacers get third.
I mean, look, you
That's why I think they get the third pick.
And again, by the way, for those that are unaware, for the NBA draft lottery today, it's 2 o'clock Central.
But are they the most
Standard Time.
deserving team to win the lottery? I think yes.
To me, the most deserving team. Now, I'll give you my crazy hypothetical here in a second. Which, by the way, on FanDuel, the team I'm going to tell y'all 35-1 today to win the draft lottery. I'll tell y'all who it is in a second. I may or may not have a future on it. That's why I know. But Darren Peterson, you put his shooting around Tyrese Halliburton back fully healthy, Aaron Nesmith, a really good 3-and-D defender. Then obviously Zubac and Siakam on the front line. Indiana's deep, man. You got TJ McConnell coming off the bench. Again, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. We'll see what happens there. But, yeah, man, Rick Carlisle, Hall of Fame head coach. We saw the Pacers take the Thunder to the brink, obviously, last year in Game 7.
And have a legitimate statement when saying, if healthy,
would be
they
awesome.
could have won. They could have won.
There you go. Nemby. Yeah, Nemby. That's a nice nickname. For Andrew Nembhard, one of the most underrated guards. How about his brother, who went undrafted for Dallas? He actually really showed out. Shout out to Ryan Nembhard as well. But so my chaos pick is got to be the Golden State Warriors.
Not the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Not the OKC. I've seen way too many hypotheticals for that. And again, OKC, they got a lot of decisions to make. They're the definition of embarrassment of riches. I think if it was rigged, right, Steve Kerr, what a coincidence. He just got a 2-year contract extension yesterday. Of course, right before the draft lottery. What a coinky-dink. It has to happen right now out of all times throughout the summer. They even came out saying, Mike Dunleavy said that they're going to build around Steph Curry throughout the remainder of his career. What a better way than by bringing in a guy to
I'll never watch sports again.
And the future in AJ DeBonsa, bringing in a star do-it-all wing. You get the defensive,
but not the second splash guard and Darren Peterson.
Not the second. No, dude, Darren Peterson would be nice. The second Splash Bros would be crazy.
The second rendition.
They had their chance with Jordan Poole. They had their chance with that.
Yeah, but I think Darren's way more polished than Jordan Poole.
I would hope so. How little people forget. Nesmith dropped 47 points in 2 minutes in the last 2 playoffs. His brother's solid too. Yeah, talking about Nembhard. I will never watch sports again if OKC. Yeah. I think
Faziazi would be like, wait, what?
Faziazi, yeah, he's the big OKC guy.
Yeah.
And Faziazi, I am as well, despite being a Bulls fan. I'm a huge Oklahoma City.
I like well constructed organizations.
Yeah, no, and that's
we do have a multi-sport single that did close.
Let's go, way to go, guys! Way to close that out. So, round of applause to you, folks out there. Round of applause to Stephen. Round of applause to everybody. So these are the photoed headliners that could be coming out right now. 6 headliners, 13 boxes. Stephen putting that list together. And then we will rock and roll in that multi-sports single.
I'm crossing the Great Plains. Hold on.
Sure. Make sure to what was the
Bulls?
Trail of Tears?
Yeah, I still feel like the Bulls need like one more year of decent karma.
Okay, so let me ask you this as a Bulls fan here really quick.
Yes, I listened to the Bill Simmons.
We can go. Don't listen to the Bill Simmons podcast if you want to hear anything positive about the Bulls. That's for damn sure.
Well, they're not wrong.
No, I know.
They're 100% right.
They're definitely not. Any bad thing that you've heard about the Bulls is extremely, extremely accurate over the last few years.
Might be underplayed.
Let's see here.
I mean, any of those 3, Nick. I already think next year you guys are the favorite in my opinion. As long as Halliburton has his wizardry skills.
Yes.
Like, whatever he does,
yeah,
it works. And as long as that is back, I will take the Pacers in the playoffs. Their style of play is so awesome.
Fun. Oh, it's great.
It's so much fun, and they all buy in. And one thing that just doesn't get enough talked about is like, and this is what Oklahoma City has, and I think that's why the Pacers were so good against them in the finals, chemistry. The chemistry of that group together is just, it's years developing right now. And not many NBA teams have that. The only other one would be Oklahoma City.
Well, what played so well last year, by the way, Alfredo, Jill, Tristan, Adam, Dustin, and James, all for that multi-sport single. Shout out to James for closing that out. Good morning, Jimbo. One thing that I think really played well in Indiana's favor, box 19, thank you, Jill, that's got to be how quickly they were able to pick up the speed. I mean, you talk about 7 seconds or less, you go back to Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, that run and gun team of the mid to late 2000s of the Phoenix Suns. They encapsulated that into 2025 last season. And Oklahoma City, even they have all of the on-ball defenders like Kason Wallace and Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, the list went on and on. Even for them in a 48-minute game, you take Halliburton out of the game, guess who comes in? TJ McConnell to run the offense off the bench. He's running it at the same feet.
I mean, yeah, he does run a sick 10-foot fadeaway.
How about Pascal Siakam, a guy that's a great transition player? Obi Toppin, phenomenal in transition. Like, you know, the Pacers are really, really well built from top to bottom. Let's see. Going to randomize you guys 10 times around, of course, and get this third
I mean,
box
unfortunately, every good team has a flaw, except maybe Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he's going to need more help. There's no way it is possible for him to bury every team at the end of games again. The odds are that. I don't know.
I don't know. He's been pretty consistent about that for 2 years now.
Yeah, Hallie.
Yeah, game on the line. He's probably the best at the game-winning shot.
Well, Nick, I know that you.
SGA doesn't have that opportunity because they just blow everyone out. But you know.
Yeah, I don't know how old Nick is, but I'm gonna take a guess. He grew up watching a certain Pacers player that was a big-time playoff riser, and Mr. Miller. So,
Danny Granger. No,
Danny Granger. Certainly not playoff.
I like Danny Granger, by the way.
See, Danny Granger.
I know he just got hurt, but like, dang.
Danny Granger in 2K back in the day never missed a midi in a 2K game. I promise you that.
No, Brandon Roy never missed a mid-ranger.
Who?
Brandon Roy.
Oh my God, Brandon Roy. Jesus, Sean Livingston. Multi-sport.
No, he literally never missed.
Never missed. Box 19, by the way.
Yep, sounds good.
No, you are good, my man. So this is what we got for the multi-sport, which, by the way, I want to make sure the ticker is updated here. Going to take that off. Again, Jill looking to call her shot. She got the Jamal Lewis from the Diamond Double about 20 minutes ago. Let's see if she can get herself another one in this break. DA! It's got the Pats and Bucks, the Yankees and the Hornets. Jill with the Dolphins, Blues, and Suns. One of her 2 spots can get her that Dan Marino custom. Tristan Yanef with the Broncos, WWE, and Phillies. Thank you. James Randall, LSU Tigers, 76ers, and Jerry Maguire. A little Tom Cruise action potentially here. Jill has got the Bills, so that James Cook. Boxing Mets and White Sox. Go Sox. Alfredo with the Golf Pistons, Cubs, and the Mighty Ducks. Dustin's second spot gets in the Stros, Avs, Bulls, and Sonics. So that could be the Gary Peyton secondary headliner right there. And the Cal McCarr puck as well for DA. And Adam Maynard. Adam, the mayor of the break room with the Jazz, Red Sox, Blackhawks, and the Golden State Warriors. That looks too light to be one of those flexes. Jill, I'm going to tell you this right now, and not just because I admire and respect your play in the break room. You just seem like a great person. It's not the heaviest box I've ever opened. I'll tell you that right now. Going to kind of cut out some of the suspense there, but that does not mean that it cannot be a great item. Let's take a look inside and see. Box number 19. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So, taking a look at my my evil instruments of torture, back where we keep all the boxes off screen behind you guys, there is one particular item that stuck out. You will see this quite a lot when we have baseball series, because it's a baseball bat, and that is going to be of Adolis Garcia. Ooh. Adolis Garcia's El Bomba. Adolis Garcia, who is now of the Philadelphia Phillies. What team is on the bat? Is there a team that goes along with him on there?
No, there's just a Victus game model bat, so it would be, is it a Rangers?
That's what I'm looking for, if there is a Rangers spot or a Phillies spot. Let's see here. So, this is interesting. Dolphins, Blues, Broncos. Oh, there's the Phillies. So, Tristan Yanef. So, Tristan, it looks like this is going to be you, my friend. Now, typically what we do in situations like these on bats, now it goes one of 2 ways. It is, if it's not their current team, then we go by longest tenure. But because there is no Texas Rangers spot on this graphic, of course, we're going to go with Adolis Garcia's current team, And by the way, I've seen a lot of Adolis Garcia's bats. Big time postseason player. Damn great signature too. Custom design model. This is a Pro Reserve Maple Victus. This is about as unique gets. A beautiful hidden gem for El Bomba. Let me see.
I actually, believe it or not, to get pumped up to go do whatever I need to do, I do listen to his playoff run in 2023.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was nuts. And
the World Series champion Adolis Garcia.
So it's insane to think about, and I don't like banking on it. You don't like banking on this as a fan, but like, if the Cubs are going to win a World Series, it's going to be the Texas Ranger method. They're just going to bash their way. And they're going to have someone say as the next Adolis Garcia type deal, someone just out of nowhere is just going to mash their way.
Hell, I think
to
you
the
guys,
title.
yeah, I think you guys would be happy with the Arizona Diamondbacks method that season.
Yeah, either one, right? I mean,
just get in. Yeah.
That's the thing is, here's a question for you, baseball. If you're a baseball fan out there, technically speaking, every team has a number one pitcher, right? Technically speaking. How many true number ones do you think are in the league? Because I think it's less than 4.
I'll answer your. Well, there you
and
go.
And personally, I only think there's 2.
What's your definition of a true number one?
When they go out on the mound, I know that if we lose the game, it's because my offense didn't execute. Basically,
based on that, yeah.
Basically, I can't,
Well, knowing,
So 6, he says 6. See, Yankees have 3.
Yankees have 3. Well, they have had the best pitcher in baseball this year in Cam Schlittler. So
yeah,
Cam Schlittler's been phenomenal. And then you got guys like, obviously Max Fried. You can argue Max Fried is a great starting pitcher. Garrett Cole when he's healthy. Tyler's got the bias in him, but he does have a case. He does have a case.
You have a case, sure. But I've seen 2015 playoffs. Garrett Cole get rocked.
Yeah, of course. And
everyone gets rocked. But I'm saying, right now, if I throw Paul Skeens on the mound, I feel comfortable with how many runs he's going to give up. And obviously, when healthy, Tariq Skubal, I feel very healthy about the runs he usually gets up.
So 2003 ALCS Game 6, Pedro Martinez is an ace because he got rocked.
No, he's absolutely an ace.
But that's what I'm just saying, all
I know. I was thinking of one
guys will have.
Everyone's gonna get rocked, but even right now,
sample size.
But right now, Garrett Cole's age,
yeah,
and he's not healthy. That's just the part of the problem.
He's definitely not on the back. He's definitely not in the prime of his career.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
But now Cam Schlittler, he gives me 1 year of this. He gives me another year of this consistency. I'll start having that conversation. Yeah. I'm not gonna just throw you in because you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
I need to see it over a nice little year 2 stretch. Now he did have that amazing postseason game, right, against the Red Sox last year. That was nice.
So just getting back to a couple of comments here. A lot of chatty Cathy's joining us here on a Mother's Day.
Love it.
Good to see each and every one of you. What a gentleman, says Nick. I do aim to please. I would trade for that. Okay, so Jill looking at her baseball
open
PC.
To it.
By the way, and I hate to ask this because Bean, I've seen your name before. Who is Bean? You have to know who Bean is?
And Tyler, 100%. Everyone has a bad game. I totally understand that. But what I'm saying, though, is Cam Schlittler, is this his first full season?
I think so. I know.
Okay.
I know last year he pitched.
Yeah, I know he pitched last year, but I just need 1 full season.
I agree.
So if that's the only thing holding him back, then time will change that.
Gotta get the work. Gotta get the work.
And Fried has been very, very good. Fried has been obviously
excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. He is a number one. Again, I try my best to keep that list, and I said there's 4. I only named 2. So can Fried be one of those guys? Absolutely. But is Zach Wheeler one of them?
Of course.
Yeah, Zach Wheeler's one of them. Okay. That's fair. Let's keep going because it starts to get a little more dwindly after.
Well, I mean, again, for me, a guy if you go to the Dodgers, you could argue 2 guys: Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I think, especially what you saw.
Yamamoto, yes. Blake Snell, maybe not anymore.
Blake Snell, obviously, him going deep into games, but what starting pitchers truthfully go deep into games anymore. Again, kind of just going through leaks here. I mean, obviously, Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens, Garrett Crochet, that's 3.
So maybe it is 6.
So, again, but everybody's definition is different. I understand, hey, fate of the universe on the line, Game 7, I trust you to take the ball and keep us in the game and give us a chance.
Exactly, because the pitcher can't hit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If my offense doesn't execute, that's
where Carlos Zambrano enters the conversation. Yeah. Bob,
bring back the DH.
Bob giving an update saying current player, current team, unless another team is mentioned on the item. Exactly, retired player, longest tenure, unless another team is mentioned on the item. Bobby bringing out the book.
I don't know if Dylan Cease would be a number one. I know he is the number one there.
He's pitched like one this year for Toronto so far. First year.
Yeah, in comparison to them, yeah.
And hey, I'm the president of the Dylan Cease fan club. I got my mixed feelings about it. If you
want, hasn't he been every other year so far when he's
Cease? Dylan Cease in his professional career has never missed a start. He is giving you 32 starts, 33 starts year in and year out. The problem with Dylan Cease is if you ever go see a Dylan Cease start,
I thought it was every other year he's got like a weird.
The problem with Dylan is hiccup, two things. It's either been walks or home runs. This year they're both down.
That's good.
Dylan Cease has top 5 to 6 stuff in baseball, period. But
I do not disagree with any of that.
The problem with Dylan is that you look up and it's the 5th inning and he's at 95 to 100 pitches and he's got 2 outs in the 4th or 5th inning.
Well, that's good these days.
He doesn't go deep into games. That's
you're right.
Been Dylan's
you're right.
problem.
It's not like Ben Brown on Friday. 46 pitches and 4 innings of work. You're right.
Yankees have
and Ben Brown's nowhere near that conversation. I just want that to be clarified.
Yeah.
None of our pitchers are.
This is a good trade offer, by the way, for Jill being put up there. It's up for trade. I have a Nolan Ryan baseball and lots of other options. Damn, Jill, what's your favorite baseball piece of memorabilia in your collection? I'm curious. Jill Labovitz at Gmail. There you go. Very easy to remember. Everyone has a bad game. Crochet, Cease.
Yep.
If
everyone
you want
has
to just keep mentioning former White Sox pitchers, by the way, that we get.
Sale.
Chris Sale. God damn. Okay, there you go. Chris Sale, another, obviously. That's got to be in your inner. He's 37, 38, and he's still pitching
he has proved it over time and time again.
I'm so scared that he's not going to go into the Hall of Fame with us. That's what's going to really kill me.
No, he won't.
Even though the best years of his career were on the South Side. But outside of praying to move up in the draft, what moves or adjustments do you guys want the Bulls to make?
Nick, you didn't mention sacrifice.
You know what? I would literally pull a Pedro Serrano out of my ass.
Sacrifice.
I would be willing to sacrifice a live chicken. Guys, I'm referencing Major League, of course, if you've ever seen the movie. Serrano wants to sacrifice a
whatever
live
they
chicken.
need, we will do.
Yeah. Jake, we can't have guys puking in the locker room before the game. Okay, truthfully, what I would do if I was...
have you heard the Malak rumor?
Which is just made up, by the way.
I'm totally like, gosh, guys, relax.
Come on.
We just need to suck.
Come on.
Do it on stream, please.
Do it on stream, please. Yeah. Interesting proposal there. I like my job, so I cannot do that, Nick.
Well, they banned us for Colin pointing a toy gun at me, so...
But, sounds about right. What I will say...
I don't know about animal slaughter.
I do want to get Steven's opinion on this for that question, but look, the Bulls, for a GM to take over, first-time GM, shout out to Bryson Graham, we'll see what he can do.
You're seeing me do this.
$60 million in cap space, 2 top 15 picks, we'll see where the balls end up landing today. And then Josh Giddey and Modest Buzelis obviously Buzelis on a rookie contract, Giddey on a good team.
I'm sorry, just really quick. Do you think this is since the day we had that conversation? It's pretty cool.
If you want to have a conversation about any other Cup player on air to help produce that, if you want to talk about PCA, let me know.
Actually, PCA has actually been pretty.
He's been very good the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I was saying.
He's been very good.
He actually seems to be figuring things out. And I was at the game Wednesday when he did it.
I will tell you, I don't have any bias in my body, even when it comes to the team I detest, like the Cubs. I give respect and credit where it is always due. If guys are playing well and they're balling, I'll be the first person to hear it. But again, if it's somebody that's playing like straight trash,
playing like trash,
I will also be the first person to say it. But
hilarious though on Wednesday, really quick. We will answer the Bulls question, but hilarious on Wednesday. I went to the Cubs game.
Yeah,
PCA hit the home run.
What? Who did they play on Wednesday?
The Reds. But PCA hit the 2-run homer.
Jesus. Yeah.
And then we came back in the bottom of the 10th.
Which one of the 4 wins was that?
Which one of the 10? Do you mean?
Touche.
Yeah, but that was the 3rd walk-off in a row, by the way. And I was like, as soon as we gave up the 4 runs, I was like, it's okay if we lose a game.
It's been, 17 in a row, 18 in a row at home?
15.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm just like, okay, it's okay we lose a game. We're supposed to lose a game eventually. No one's perfect. But I did bet Ian have to hit a home run, and he did. So, bam. I was like, this is for Rob. And then I paid my mom the tab.
There you go.
This is like,
everybody.
I was like, thank you for birthing me.
Ian made everybody happy.
Okay.
More to the just Bob's comment, and then I'll here. Let me go first because I was kind of addressing that, and then I'll toss that over to you. Move to the Rosemont Horizon. A change of venue may do them good, and if they still suck, they're real close to O'Hare to get out of town. Thank you, Bob. You know what? Put them at the.
You're right.
Put them at the what is it? The One Arena where the Windy City Bulls play. Yeah, have them play their games there in front of 2,000 fans. Kind of like a White Sox game. Anyway, so
for now.
What I would do, okay, just in this offseason, and they've already talked about it. Bryson Graham already hinted at it with his opening press conference. He already talked about taking on bad one-year contracts, expiring contracts to accumulate draft capital. What Steven's doing is exactly what Bulls fans have been feeling.
It's what I've been doing in NBA 2K fantasy drafts for decades.
He also said something that no other, again, really since Krause at the end of the Jordan run, has ever said or addressed publicly. We are going to rebuild. We are in a rebuild and retooling phase. He openly said that.
We're not in a position to do certain things.
To do certain things. Now, here's
he
the
is
thing.
right.
Now, here's the thing. What I would love to see as a Bulls fan personally, because I think he fits along the timeline. Now, here's the thing about the current NBA. If you have money in free agency, you have to spend it.
Yeah.
You have to end up allocating a large amount of your cap space,
yeah,
a certain percentage. Like, remember 2 years ago when the Rockets gave Fred VanVleet like $44 million a year in free agency and Dylan Brooks $30 million? They overpaid for those guys because they quite literally had to have.
Yeah.
They literally had to. And again, that turned out pretty damn well. Well, not really all that great.
Also,
but
Dylan Brooks
it helped turn them around.
As annoying as Dylan Brooks is,
yeah, he's a winning player.
He's a winning player.
He's a winning player.
He's a winning player.
But what I would do for the Bulls, again, we'll see where they land. Obviously, keep your 2 draft picks. Senge, technically they got 3 lottery picks.
Apparently, he is 7 feet tall now.
So we'll see.
He plays. Senge plays.
Giddy Buzelis, I know. Nick's talking about Dillingham. We'll see about Dillingham.
I'm out on Dillingham.
We'll see what Dillingham ends up providing. Again, far too young. But again, this will be kind of like a make or break audition year for him. What I would do with that cap space in free agency, I would love for us to overpay for Walker Kessler. Now, Walker Kessler is a restricted free agent, but he fits the timeline of the age.
Also, they don't need him.
Now, here's the thing. Exactly. Now, is Utah going to run a 3-7-foot front court? They just traded for Jaren Jackson. They extended Jaren Jackson. And obviously, they still have Lauri Markkanen. So, Kessler missed this entire past year with a season-ending injury. So you get Walker Kessler, who's one of the best young shot blockers in the league. He's expanding his offensive game. He averaged, I think, 14 and 12 last year before he got hurt. Very good shot blocker. I think he's only 24 years old.
Yeah.
He fits right in with the Bulls timeline.
That is a fine pickup because we have been looking for a center for a long time.
Yeah.
Also, our GM finally said something that it's so stupid, but my God, it's a fresh breath of air for the Bulls fans. He said the Bulls want players with slap.
Oh, God, yeah, I saw that. I thought that was funny.
I mean, it's accurate. I'm like, you should want that. That's not... It's just ridiculous that it takes this long.
Can we just slap Patrick Williams and forget about it? That's what I would like
with one of those players.
I'm telling you, if Bryson Graham somehow finds a way to find a team that can take on Patrick Williams' contract, build the statue immediately. I forgot that they have Simons.
But what if he unlocks Patrick
Williams? Yeah, in Windy City, yeah. That's
what was it the last? They fired him the week before the year ended, right?
Oh, the front AK?
Yeah. But that's when Patrick Williams had his best 2 games.
Best 2 games, yeah. He actually, the day that he got fired, I think he had like 20 against Washington, yeah.
It's like, what's happening?
And then he had some goofy like post-game comment. I remember that game too, saying something like, hearing all the noise, we just got to tune out, stuff like that. And he's like, I use it as motivation to play. I'm like, yeah, the guys that drafted you. I was like, how about the motivation to play to show them that they were right in picking you?
Yeah.
I forgot they have Simons. By the way, Anthony Simons is a unrestricted
He's free agent. Yeah,
he will not be coming back.
Neither will Colin Sexton or Nick Richards. If Nick Richards wants to come back for 1 year, $3 million, he can. But otherwise, I don't.
Yeah, Nick Richards would be a fine backup big.
Yeah.
I love Jalen Smith as a backup big. Zach Collins was a very good backup big when he was healthy.
We'll trade Trey Jones, I imagine.
Imagine a Knicks GM telling their fan base to be patient. I give James Dolan all the credit in the world. Him taking his ego out of things, bringing back Leon Rose, and letting him actually run a basketball team and not putting his hand in every pot.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, and look at the Knicks. They're a game away from making the conference finals in dominant fashion. They have been the best-looking team in the Eastern Conference in the playoffs so far.
That's true. They absolutely have.
So let's see what that looks like.
I don't know how it's going to look against Oklahoma City or Detroit
or San Antonio.
Or San Antonio, absolutely.
Or Minnesota, I guess.
San Antonio. That's San Antonio.
I agree. The Spurs won the series as well, but again, I think that Minnesota.
I think Game 1 was hilarious and cute, but not truly indicative.
So you got Spurs in 5 then? From what it sounds like. Damn.
You mean -4.5 today? Talk about slap. You want to talk about slap?
They're -4.5
on the road. You want to talk about slap? That's what. Again, what the Timberwolves have done has just been incredible.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, like.
Well, that's why we were rumored to get their assistant GM and Matt Lloyd.
Well, that felt way more just like, yeah, he's an old buddy.
What about, speaking of old buddies, talk about unrestricted free agents, Io. Bringing back Io in free agency. He was a second-round pick, so he is not a restricted free agent. Well, our dear coworker, Ricky, was losing his mind the other day because he's like, there's no way we're bringing him back. I'm like, well, we should have extended him when we had him cheap. I'll never We
could have easily got him for like 4 years, $65 million or something. Maybe not this year, but like just before this year.
No, I would say even after this year. I would say that's a pretty good price point.
That would have been a great deal for him.
Price point, yeah. So real quick, guys.
2K is a wild, wild landscape.
Yes, it is. I simmed the next season the other day. Free agency went out with the Mavs because the Spurs couldn't match. Curry went to Miami and Joker to Golden State. There we go. You know what? That's my bold prediction. Golden State wins the lottery. They trade the first pick for Jokic. Boom. Jokic and Curry team up. And Denver gets, I don't know, Jamal Murray and DeBonston, I don't know. And then DeBonston invests in cannabis dispensaries in the Mile High City. I have no idea.
Would the Nuggets do that? Would they trade Joker for the #1 pick?
No, God, no. Hell no. I'm not. Hell no. I'm not moving any. No.
Just listen to me. This feels like. No, I agree. I agree that they wouldn't do it and that they probably shouldn't do it. But given the timeline of these two other teams that they were behind in the standings,
let me ask you this: would you?
I might consider it.
Would you? Okay, excluding.
I would table the conversation,
excluding the contract, because for me, like I always think about the cap situation.
I think the contract plays a big role, though.
Oh, it does. I'm just saying, excluding the contract here, right? If we're just talking about talent for like player for value of the pick, because I want, in your opinion,
always lose.
I want to see where like the first overall pick in this draft lands for like, okay, this player is too much, this player is not enough. Jamal Murray for the first overall pick.
No. Wait.
Who's saying no? Denver or the team that has the first overall pick?
The team that has the first overall pick.
So you would keep the first overall pick?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what team besides maybe the Pacers does that indubitably make them so much better?
Let's say it's a team like Sacramento that needs help everywhere.
No, they need the #1 pick. They need the cheap contract. They need the #1 pick. And the Jamal Murray, Zach LaVine dynamic would be hilarious, but I don't know how that would happen.
Okay, Bam Adebayo for the first overall pick.
I think the first overall pick says no.
Okay. I'm just trying.
Again, besides maybe the Pacers?
I'm trying to go to a certain
I know
level
they have
here.
Zubac, but come on, Nick. Are you serious? Would you not trade Zubac and the first pick for Bam Adebayo? Like Bam Adebayo. I don't think I'd include it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Miami and you crack the top 4, do you consider trading in the package for Giannis? I'll tell you this right now.
That's my point, what Bob is saying, is I don't know what Denver can do to upgrade players 3 through 9 to make them supplemental enough to take control of what the Spurs were about to become.
Well, you just saw them try to do it this past offseason.
Yeah.
They brought back Bruce Brown. They brought in Tim Hardaway Jr., obviously swapping out
Christian Brown has become a solid player.
Well, no, Christian Brown's contract is what is now going to hurt this team because they paid the wrong guy, Peyton Watson, who we didn't even talk about, who's another dream guy that I'd love to have.
He's a free agent, though.
He's a free agent, but they're not going to have – they are going to put themselves into that second apron of the luxury tax. And they're going to kill themselves when it comes to, paying all these luxury dollars. I don't know if Kroenke is going to want to do that for Denver. This is already a really expensive team. Now, Bob's saying word for word in the West, if Denver is going to win the conference anytime soon in the next few years, if not, then sticking with the current lineup, Jokic might not be the way to go. Look, I think Nikola Jokic is one of the most cerebral, greatest offensive players that the game has ever seen. Every player that plays with Nikola Jokic looks marketably better on paper. He makes everything easier, and that's very, very hard to find a superstar that's willing to make that happen inside of other guys. To me, Joker has to be a Nugget for life, in my opinion. He has to be a Nugget for life.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but
find a way to build around him. And again, him and Murray, I think
you have to figure out how to replace Murray and Gordon.
It's going to be, they are definitely the hardest team to tweak contending wise on paper, because financially they're so stuck, because everybody knows that Aaron Gordon healthy is such a huge X factor because he patches up all their holes defensively. Mm-hmm. He's a great swingman in the dunker spot. For whatever reason, he becomes Klay Thompson from 3 in the playoffs. He exponentially becomes a better jump shooter in the playoffs. So
I think Joker has as many years as he wants to play. He is not predicated on athleticism. He is predicated on strength and just pure skill. As long as he wants to jog up and down the court and the horses are fine and the horses are fine back home, I don't think it's gonna matter.
That window's closing fast with the T-Wolves. Couldn't agree more. Spurs and Thunder.
That's why, because I don't know what next year's class is supposed to look like, but this year's class is.
They're projecting next year's class to look like Shohei, Castle, that our guy Boozy Vert.
I bet that next year's class is better than that class, but I bet it's along the same lines as that class by proxy of what happened here.
Yeah.
Because you know who was in the draft the year before that Shohei class? I believe it was one Victor Wembanyama
in 23. Yeah.
And I know Scoot didn't finish the playoff strong, but he showed a lot of promise. Brandon Miller, awesome player. Stud. So
baby Paul George.
It might be more of just by association of who was drafted this year before him, but yeah, the Nuggets, I agree with you. He needs to be a Nugget for life, but you need to figure out a way to retool this team.
I was going to say,
that might not be executed well. That's I
was going to say, if I'm Calvin Booth, I do not envy being reconstructing the Nuggets this offseason, but I do envy being you folks out there. Stephen Ryan and Rob Hill with you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Going to go through another rundown with you guys here quickly. It's been a very, very fun morning so far.
Let's see if the practice squad, I know we're going to get some spots knocked out in that. I think we
got one to go in the practice squad.
One to go, I was going to say,
so we'll start our rundown there, get that closed out, do at least one more break before, at bare minimum, the 11 o'clock hour for those that are unaware. 2 minutes, that would be a crazy break room. A 2-hour minimum for what we are for Steven and I to stay on air, but obviously Steven and I, I'm here for the next 2 shows, so you guys are stuck with me for 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So we can roll all the way up to the 11:59 hour if you guys would like. So as long as we continue to break boxes here. So talking about that practice squad, Devil, we are on the doorstep of destiny here in this practice squad. Some of the double up possibilities, Steven, that I just noticed right off rip here. Let's take a look because I'm doing this on the fly. NFC East, you got Terry McLaurin and Tony Dorsett. It's going to be right there. And Javonte Williams triple up if that is indeed on a Dallas Cowboy. AFC West, you got Champ Bailey and the former Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown on the authentic jersey. NFC West, you got Kyron Williams and my boy Edgerrin James on the beautiful Flash authentic. That's 3 double ups right there, guys. Again, $112 price point.
That's pretty nice.
This is why this is my favorite series at UA. Guys, we're talking about $56 on a single, $112 on a double, $224 on a quad, and we have 3 speed flexes still left in this series. Also, including, 5 authentic helmets, a Tedderall McMillan football, and then 2 custom jerseys. Still going to see what Javonte Williams is on. I need that edge. There you go, my man. There you go. Cardinals and Colts fans unite over Edgerrin James. Love myself some Edgerrin James. Had a couple good seasons with the Cardinals after he left the Colts after 2006. But yeah, guys, looking for that final closer spot there. Again, looking all across the other break page and all of our other series, guys. Mother's Day weekend warrior. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. that have been tuning in with us or, have been alongside us throughout this 2026 year so far here at UA. Stephen, one thing I did want to show some folks at home, I forgot about this because Chinmay pointed this out yesterday. If you don't mind just handing me that Tom Brady real quick.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
something very special about this Tom Brady that I need to show you guys. So right here in this bottom right-hand corner, you can see 7 out of 12. This is one of 12 custom Tom Brady speed flexes of its kind. There's only 12 of these in existence that is out there, guys. This is the winning prize that you can get a part of this Mother's Day Weekend Warrior. There you go. That's all I needed to show off. Thank you.
The pink, I think it's the pink part, right?
Yeah, the pink part of it as well. Yeah, so very, very unique. Again, we have 5 entries already, still 5 more to go. 22 boxes, long ways to go. Get yourself in this Mother's Day Weekend Warrior. A lot of great looking helmets. You got TJ Watt, Derrick Henry, and Jamar Chase on the other triple up. Kurt Warner and Joe Montana on the double up in the NFC West. We have Jordan Love and Donald Driver in the NFC North. We have Dan Marino and Travion Henderson out east in the AFC. And then we still have 2 very, very beautiful looking authentics and speed flexes in Roger Staubach and Julio Jones in the NFC East and the NFC South. Moving on to the multi-sport, we got this great Adolis Garcia in the other product cam. Certainly one of my contenders for hits of the show. None of the headliners were touched, guys, so Karl Malone, and then 2 custom speed flexes, James Cook and Dan Marino, mixed in with a tri-signed Bronco with John Elway, Ron Smith, and Ed McCaffrey. Cale Makar on the hockey puck. Score yourself a big-time Mother's Day goal with one of the best defensemen of all time. And how about one of the best defenders? A guy that Steven and I are very, very fond of, the glove. Gary Peyton. By the way, one of my most recent builds on 2K. Speaking of 2K, we've been talking about that.
I played the other night for the first time in forever.
How did that feel?
Oh, fine. I mean,
what's your go-to mode when you used to play 2K?
I do my career. I like to
online or offline.
My friends play. That's the only time I play is with my friends. So.
Yeah, for sure. So like the
we
rec,
like the runs, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we get 5, we run the rec, and then otherwise we do whatever.
Dude, the rec is. Oh boy,
I can't do the rec unless I have 5 people. Like I just can't.
Dude, it is so bad. Solo lobbies are so bad these days. It's really bad. My advice for those that run solo rec: bring a point guard because you ain't touching the ball. If you don't. So we got
I would say I'm available, but I'm not.
Our Diamond Series, we started off this morning's show with a Diamond Double, which led to the Bo Nix right here going home to Dustin Aronson. That is no longer on the board. But don't fear, guys. We still have ourselves a great NFC North double up with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson. Then we got James Cook and TJ Watt on Authentics, George Pickens, and Warren Sapp as well.
All right, practice squad double closed.
Nice. Okay, very, very cool. Practice squad double. I'm going to move Mr. Lewis down towards your direction here. Adolis going to make some room. Was not expecting a baseball bat today, to be honest.
I actually did want the Cubs to get him this year.
Out of bomba.
I was like, cheap contract? Why not?
Guy can hit tanks. I don't know.
Michael Conforto seemed to figure it out, so. Well, cool. For now.
As my friend likes to call him, Michael Confronto. Practice squad.
There's a guy in my comment section on Cubs Daily. He just constantly reminds me, what if he's like, because I wanted Michael Conforto gone. I'm like, he looked horrible. And then he's like, oh, good thing we didn't get rid of Conforto. Steven was wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not right about everything. So if I was right about everything, guess what? I wouldn't be anywhere. I would just be living my life. I'd be a millionaire.
Welcome to,
Oh, that's fun. Because guess what? He's an Ian Happ detractor.
I gotta get in these comment sections. You gotta. I gotta send you my.
No, I defend Ian Happ greatly against this guy.
I gotta send you. I was gonna say I was surprised you didn't see it. Me and David Kaplan were going back and forth on Twitter the other day. Actually, because I called him out because I do watch his recaps from time to time on his YouTube page when he does like the 5 or 6.
Was that on YouTube or Twitter? You did.
Well, I watch his recaps on YouTube, but I got into an argument with him on Twitter about Shota. Because he had, ever since last year, the offseason and the beginning of this year, he never wanted the Cubs to bring back Shota. Was adamant. Didn't want them to bring back Shota because they couldn't pitch him in a big game down the stretch last year. Like, the guy had 2 horrible starts in the second half. I went back, looked through the game log and everything. And
the thing with Shota...
And I was like, the guy's got a career 3.15 ERA. I'm like, and you don't want him back.
Here's the thing with Shota. Here's the thing with Shota, and this is the part that stings a lot of people. I think Kaplan watches the game. He's just really busy with a lot of things. But what if I told you that this year?
It's his job, dude.
Yeah, I know. But here, what if I told you this year, Shota?
By the way, Jill, taking your numbers out. Thank you as always for your box calls. Gonna randomize you guys 10 times around for this practice squad double. A lot of comments coming in.
All right, besides the Dodger game, that looks like it's an outlier. That pretty much...
What, this year or last year?
This year and the Nationals game. No, even the Nationals game. Let's see his baseball reference real quick. He has given up... Where's his runs? He's given up 13 runs this year.
Pretty damn good.
That's pretty damn good, right?
Pretty damn good, my friend.
What if I told you that 7 or 8 of those were off the home run itself?
Yeah.
It feels like when he gives up runs, it's a home run, but it's only like a solo shot. The Nationals game is he had that 3-run homer, but like that's the beginning of the year. No, Shota has been nothing but outstanding.
Yeah.
And I hope he makes
Check what's his whip, below 1?
The whip has been scary. 0.93.
You can't literally do much better.
No. Because
less than a base
it got roughed up last outing because the Reds got a lot of runs on.
Yeah.
But guess how many runs they scored?
We got
1. 9.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, 9 and 22. Yeah, I trust Jill. We need dang starting pitch. What's going on, Taylor? Happy Mother's Day to you.
Yes,
I'd say trust Jill. Jill pick us a winner.
I would still say we need a reliever more than a starting pitcher.
Joe said I like that 9. Cubs need starting pitching. That was the same thing last year. All off home runs.
I don't think we need starting pitching. I think we need bullpen.
Starting pitching, relief pitching.
Yeah, we just need pitching.
More pitching, Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Fair catch, practice squad double. It's our first practice squad double.
More like Thunder, maybe.
Thunder in 3. Adam Manor in the NFC North, Jacob Parcher in the NFC South. 40 Glenn, what's going on? 40, cracking open a cold 40 with us on a Mother's Day Sunday. Alfredo Lisiotto in the NFC West. Dustin Aronson in the AFC North. Joe Polano, what's going on? JB in the AFC South.
You can give up home runs, but just got to be solo shots.
Joe Labovitz in the AFC East and Nicholas Riggs in the AFC West. Wow. Do we have ourselves looks like a free-for-all, yeah. No duplicate spots. So 8 different participants in this practice squad, guys. Very, very nice. Steven, my Iron Man Cubs helmet arrives this week. Is there a way to send you a video when here? Got to get the Cubs fans together. Yeah, Schlittler's whip. Yeah, oh boy, yeah, .086.
And again, I'm all for putting Cam Schlittler in this list, but he needs to. I need more. I need more data.
I need a dominant Davis Martin start again today because I'm gonna push. I'm telling you, those Cy Martin narratives, or you're gonna hear them from me if he shuts down the Mariners today.
But that's not the Mariners' offense. Speaking, is tough. It's not that good.
It's phenomenal. It's just in a bad stretch right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to
win.
Well, when Cal Raleigh's 0 for his last 27, you know.
I told
Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena.
Julio Rodriguez, I like. Brendan Donovan, when healthy, I like.
Brendan Donovan, who's been back healthy.
Yeah.
Luke Raley, who had 7 RBIs the other night.
But I was going to say,
it's a really good
Cal Raleigh, that was the peak last year. That was the chance.
So what we got here is a longtime break room regular, my friend. We're going to go into the hidden gems to get ourselves started off. And we're going to fly high in the NFC East. Oh, beautiful. Forest green here. Kelly green, if you will. Vince Papale.
Woo!
Vince Papale, the actor as well. Vince Papale, really, really great story for him. Joining the Philadelphia Eagles. A walk-on for the Eagles. One of the coolest stories in not just Philadelphia Eagles history, but NFL history as well. Did Raleigh win the Derby last year? I don't remember, in all honesty. I'll tell you this right now. And Bob's going to be very mad at me for saying this. I already know that. Cal Raleigh should have won MVP.
Yeah, he did win it last year.
Cal Raleigh should have won MVP last year. And I was a big adamant guy, not just for him breaking the catching home run record. And again, 60-plus home runs from a catcher. I'm going to say this delicately. The responsibilities that Cal Raleigh has day-to-day as a catcher, managing a pitching staff, calling games behind the plate day by day and being a Gold Glove caliber catcher while doing it, that's much more important than, by the way, Aaron Judge, who was a part-time DH last year because he could literally not throw in right field for half the year last year.
Due to injury. Not due to talent.
But a right fielder compared to catcher responsibilities is night and day.
That is very true.
It is not the same level of responsibility. However, Aaron Judge, all-time great. I love Aaron Judge. Not dismissing him. I was just very shocked that Cal Raleigh did not win MVP last season. Shout out to 40 Glenn getting us started off with a big win here. Vince Papali, again, longtime regular here at UA. And I know that the offensive numbers last year were better for Judge. I understand that on paper.
I think a lot of the also fun thing about like this year is with the ABS. I think it shows how gross pitching is and how gross catchers are. Like how good they are at their jobs.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna challenge that, and that's just a dot.
The one thing I want to see more out of, bro, is the reactions of umpires when they got like stood up.
Yeah.
By ABS. And
I want the drama.
Yeah.
But I want it to come down. I want like guys to be in the postseason. Are like, you remember when they rang you up in June? Like, that would be awful.
Yeah.
But would be hilarious.
ABS in the playoffs is gonna be electric. That's gonna be insane.
It's gonna matter so much.
Let's see if we got ourselves a headliner or if we dip back into the hidden gems here. How about this? Okay, very, very cool. We got ourselves 2 hidden gems in a row. This is a guy that I affiliate much more with my franchise. Former 2003 Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Arizona Cardinals, except he flew out of the nest and into the nest of the Baltimore Ravens and won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. Of course, I'm talking about Anquan Boldin, AFC North mini for AB. Anquan
Another
Boldin.
Raven.
And yeah, it's been a Raven-filled show. You got the Jamal Lewis right over there. And then you got the nice Beckett cert right on the back here. Boldin and Lewis never teammates in Baltimore, missed out by a couple of years. I think Lewis ended up leaving Baltimore in like 07, I believe, 07, 08. And then Boldin came in around 2010. So just a couple of years apart from those two playing. But Dustin Aronson having himself a morning, the Bo Nix, and now the Anquan Boldin. So again, guys, for the people that won, congratulations. For the people that didn't, I will tell you this. No headliners were off the board there. So I will say that if you do not end up winning the break, the one thing that you can look on and say like, hey, at least it wasn't a headliner that was pulled, right? So Anquan Boldin, who I always try to argue to get into at least the secondary headliners because I think he's that damn good.
You look at his career numbers, you're just like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, Anquan Boldin's one of the best to ever do it.
Anquan Boldin, an absolute stud, much like all of our breakers and breakettes out there with us today. Stephen Ryan and Rob Hill with you guys. 3 spots left to go in that jersey single, 4 spots left to go in that Mother's Day double, which, by the way, no breaks done, I believe, in the Weekend Warrior or the lottery, which were the 2 chase wheel spin opportunities. And Stephen, do we got any orders coming in, my friend?
Let me check. I do not have it. I have one from Dustin, but I think that was to close out the practice squad, the double box break. Yeah, so unfortunately, we do not.
So with that being said, it sounds like the gravy train is going to pull up to a stop here. Again, got some really cool hits of the shows to talk about, to say the least. A lot of great discussion from everybody this morning, up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's been a really fun show, Steven, all around. We got Adolis Garcia on this beautiful Victus maple bat, again, with Adolis' signature and his own premium bat right there. We got the Jamal Lewis authentic right next to Steven. Those are the prize helmets for the lottery and the Weekend Warrior for Mother's Day. The Weekend Warrior is the Tom Brady prize. The Patrick Mahomes is for the lottery. Again, very close to closing those out, guys. Keep those break orders coming in. But the Bo Nix in the middle, that was a photo headliner in the diamonds. So with that being said, 3 items. What's your top 3 for the show?
So I'm gonna go with the Bo Nix number 1. Love that. Adolis Garcia, love the baseball hit, and then Jamal Lewis down the line.
Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to agree top to bottom. Got to go 1, 2, 3, Nix, Garcia, and Jamal Lewis. Let us feel free to let Steven and I know what your top 3 is at home or wherever you might be tuning in from. As we start to wrap things up here, so I did get some information. I do want to give you guys a little PSA and a heads up. To my knowledge, Alex Sneedling, shout out to Alex. He is with me every single Sunday for 12 and 3 o'clock. Really fun stuff. We have a lot of regulars that tune in on the weekends with Alex and I, which is always a really fun time. This is actually, Steven, going to be his last weekend. And then Tim Shaw will be, shout out to Timmy. He will be taking the 12 and 3 reign starting next weekend. So
I thought he was.
I thought it was today too until I got an update. So so it sounds like this is going to be Alex's swan song. So please make sure to stick around for 12 and 3. Alex does an incredible job. He's not leaving Ultimate Autographs by any means. He is going to be having a lot to say behind the scenes of what goes on here at UA. So a huge shout out to Alex and everything that he does for the company. So really looking forward to that, but we're gonna unfortunately have to say sayonara to my man Steven. Any final words to the other people out there?
Solid show, but I see a lot of boxes in here with a lot of great stuff. So have a good Mother's Day and get after it.
Yeah, have a good Mother's Day, brother. Enjoy it. Hopefully I don't hope the Cubs pick up a win, but for your sake, I hope the bets that you're typing up, hopefully those end up going well for you and everybody else.
Cubs will win.
So there you go. Cubs will win. Again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in to Ultimate Autographs for the morning show for the 9 a.m. Mother's Day edition. Fill up that Mother's Day weekend, Warrior. It is only right. Treat your mom as well out there. Please be nice and courteous to them. Hey, by the way, that Weekend Warrior for the Mother's Day has gift cards. Just saying, all different types of things in that series. We also got the multi-sport. We got a single done there. The diamonds, we got a couple photo headliners to get through in that category. And a whole lot of practice squad and lottery boxes to still tackle as well. I'll be back in just about under an hour or so with Alex. Take it.